blurred culture continues to thrive. A dark, unknowing threat begins to grow, taking over communities across the globe. The villainous team known as Culture Vulture lands at the front door of blurred culture, demanding ownership of this beautiful world, wreaking havoc and causing mass destruction every step of the way. And with all hope lost, and the culture on the brinks of being overran, Deuce is the Yaness of podcasting, Picardi Sensei the master of branding, and Didge the technical tactician, collectively known as Geekset, has emerged once again to help blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together in one place. Tune in as Geekset curates the culture, celebrates our heroes, start the discussion on important topics, and take this culture to new, legendary heights that the world can be proud of. Geekset, do what you love and love what you do.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset podcast, only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. With me, I got my man Picardi Sensei.
It's good, everybody. How are we doing this evening?
Yeah, listen, it's a nice summer day today, man.
Definitely a nice summer day right
Nice
now.
summer day.
Nice summer day.
Nice summer evening.
As always, I got my man Didge with me.
What is happening, people? What is happening?
Yeah.
Like Ricardi said, nice summer day right now.
Also, like low-key, we've been doing a lot these past 2 weeks.
Have we?
It's been a lot been happening, dog.
I'm sorry.
No sound. See? They said there's no sound. We got to make sure and check. Hold on. Now we got to double check. And we listen here. We doing a Geekset live on Fridays.
Sound should be back.
Is it?
Hold on. Now I'm about to check.
I
Now.
see what happened.
Yep. There we go. Yep.
My fault, y'all. I thought I clicked that.
Yep. All right. Can y'all hear us now? We're making sure we're checking in with our live. Oh, there we go. Yep. I know we live. I can hear it now.
My apologies. Hey, mute that.
I'm about to. Gee, I didn't even know it was on. All right, man. But no, what I was gonna say, because like I said, you got to think, like, you know, we've been getting you've been doing getting a few shirts in, working on the episode. My episode, you said you found some really dope stuff within there.
Oh yeah. I mean, as far as work, yeah, we've been pretty. It's been pretty busy,
working, bro.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
what
it's
I'm
been pretty busy. Like I'm excited for your episode now.
Yeah.
I have I had to sit with Marcus today when I got cut up, and because I had to pretty much break it down to him. Like we're going to have to pretty much like. We're going to movie magic this. Like, we gotta take, like, our tangents was like heavy.
That shouldn't be too bad to do. There's enough breaks in it for where stuff can be cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, so it's gonna be definitely a lot. Like it's a lot of stuff that you said in the end that still kind of relate to questions you answered in the beginning, where it's like, all right, I can actually make this a more
Cohesive thing.
profound.
That's gonna be dope. I can't wait for that to come out.
And then, you know what I'm saying, I can talk about it now, but, you know, your boy working with Carl Jones.
No. I know we didn't make that announcement yet.
No, because remember at C2E2, I couldn't.
I definitely thought we did.
At C2E2,
I really feel like we did.
At C2E2, I still couldn't talk about it. So
Oh,
when
well,
we
you
doing
know,
that
you made the
recap.
post. We haven't talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I made the post. We haven't talked about it on the pod.
C2E2 pod.
Nah.
Because the post came before C2E2.
It
Yeah,
did.
but we didn't talk about it on the pod,
We
though.
just talked about C2E2.
I know we didn't talk about C2E2, but yeah.
To fix this.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Sis Chris. Hey, listen here, we got moderators now.
Oh, I didn't even.
we got mods now. Big
I
Sis.
forgot you said she changed her name.
Nana Chris.
Yeah, K's Nana
And I
Chris.
was
Yeah,
like-
should be Big Sis.
I was like, definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Working with Super Dope.
Yeah, super dope
and
is
putting
huge,
together,
bro.
I can't even say that's dope now because it sounds corny.
It's super dope.
No,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
sounds corny. And
But
it's
I-
like, I use it, but
That's really wild that you was able to get that name off. I feel like Super Dope would have been.
Yeah.
Hey, dogs.
my God, I was sure that was something that was
Like,
used already.
Super dope. Like, shout out to Car Joe, because he had to pay somebody.
Use some of them for that.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I wish I could talk about what we working on.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
But
definitely,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But it's like, it's really dope because like I'm a part of a writer's room.
Right,
which
that's-
is
that's
new,
the dope part,
Which is
yeah.
new for me, and you know, just being able to be a part of that, and just, you know what I'm saying, put together some dope stuff and everything. And this is a process, you know what I'm saying, knowing that everything that we're working on most likely won't see the light until 2024. But
Right.
it is like, you know, laying that groundwork. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, it's definitely good because I mean, you get to see it from the beginning. You get to see it from the process from the beginning.
yeah,
to
man.
him.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of dope people with it. Roxy Hayes, Ace Vane.
Shout out to Roxy, shout out to Ace.
Nyla Simone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's.
Tilt that down. 'Cause yo, I can see your hat is creating a shadow.
Oh, I
And
mean,
I don't like it.
I can go backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the blur. We go backwards.
But,
I can bang. I want to bang.
Yeah, I can bang it.
Like, we bang.
I mean, it's 414, Daddy.
414, we bang
It's
it.
414, Daddy. We
throw a big antlers on niggas.
Big antlers, big 4. It's big 414 day, man. 414 energy. Also, man, shout out to Sarai, man. It's Sarai's birthday.
Shout out to Sarai.
Yeah, I'm super. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But
You got that out. You got that out the way early. I saw the post and that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Listen, let me do my daddy work first.
Right.
You need some
know
more
what I'm
light.
saying?
You didn't like the light?
And then I signed with an agent.
Yeah, the Asian work. That's what I'm saying. You definitely like I said, bro. You lost your job until you hit the ground, fucking running, bro. This nigga got the DeLorean fire in the back, bro.
Hey,
just
man.
gone, nigga. Like,
and what's dope about my, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my agent, man. What's dope about him is that like he already got connections with like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and he already got a good dubbing division because he was just a regular talent agent. And he said that when his boss came to him, it was like, yo, I want to do a voice acting division. And
right, well, yeah, like everybody.
and he was like, I believe that you would be the perfect person to head it. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, you know, once he took that and he ran with it, and he was like, he already knew where to go, like what places to be. What companies to reach out to and everything.
Sorry to cut you off. Look how much better that looks.
I don't see I can't remember the before now.
Right. But yeah, man. So you know, the media artist group is there currently repping me, and
that's what it's called, the media artist group.
Media's artist group. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, yeah, Mag. It's definitely Mag.
I definitely, when I looked at it, I was like,
yeah, it's Mag. It's Mag.
It had a name.
Yeah.
On
IMDb.
IMDb, it shows you the logo. And the logo is just Mag.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, right. But I'm just excited that I get to, like, because, you know, up until this point, I've been doing self auditions, finding open casting calls. Now I got somebody legit in the industry that's going to be looking for roles, sending me roles and stuff like that.
Right, and that's good. I mean, the fact that you have an agent means that he's really going to be finding you. I mean, he got to get paid.
Yeah,
so,
you're going to have that support now. It's somebody who's always in your corner, which is dope.
So, I mean, and I know you already didn't gave him the spiel and gave him the press of what you already doing. So he's like, all right, I'm going to definitely find you some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he already knew. The first thing he said was, he was like, I see that you work with Watch Mojo. Everybody in the industry know Watch Mojo. I'm like, yeah.
So, I mean, you definitely got a good end in that already.
Yeah,
so that's definitely, I mean, that's a huge congratulations. But like I said, for you, the last, like I said, even like you said, hearing me talking about running on your, you know, getting on your interview and all, like, you definitely has been a really heavily Rudy focused, like, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you would definitely be able to ride that.
Yeah, man. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then also, just, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that we're trying to set up, man. Like I said, we can't talk about it yet, but behind the scenes, what's coming in.
If I cannot
if
wait.
we pull this off.
I can't wait to make that really big
When we pull this off?
When we pull this off.
Like,
well, because what we talked about today, that's solidified. But what I talked about the other day,
the one that we talked about today is the one I can't wait to talk.
But
the one that you talked about is gonna literally happen. That's gonna happen.
We pulling them both off. When we pull it off,
I just know if you are here and you are going to be at DreamCon, you are in for
you are in for a treat,
ride.
fam. Like like if you saw us last year. Boy, you ain't seen shit yet. You know what I'm saying? You have not seen shit yet.
Hey, man, like it's and that's what I think is going to be really dope, because the story of like DreamCon kind of, it's funny because Geekset been operating for this whole time, but DreamCon was kind of like our awakening. It was like our opening moment to blur culture, because a lot of people learned who we were.
Well,
during that moment.
Obviously, well, I won't speak for y'all. That was my first all-black convention.
Well, I mean, that was mine.
Definitely.
So it was definitely like another going to that next level, because it was you've been to conventions before. We've done our thing at every convention we've been to.
Yeah.
But to see it, doing it in front of black people just make it a little bit more special, because you know black people gonna be black people about it. They gonna, I see y'all out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all working.
That's what I love about it, because it's like we doing it at a black event, so of course we have to black it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
if
we were doing all this at like another convention, it would still be good, but we wouldn't be able to really go over the top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't be able to just black that motherfucker all the way up. And the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we going down there for the Black Geek documentary, like this is the best place to black that shit all the way up. You know what I'm saying?
Black that up is a...
Black that up.
Black it up.
It's a hilarious term, by the way.
Black that up, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been a really dope ride, man. So I'm excited, man. You know, just what we got to come, and then, you know,
July can't come fast enough. We need something to do. We need something to do in between time.
We got 2 months.
That shit 3 months,
Because
really.
it's at the end of July.
Okay, yeah,
we
you're
got
right.
3
So,
months.
Trust me, I said 2 months at first.
We need
too.
some.
And
We
I
need
looked at the
some.
dates,
We
like,
need.
oh.
We need something else to do. You know what I'm
we
saying?
need something
Like,
else to do,
Bro, we
dog.
just gotta hit. We gotta hit the cities around us. We gotta hit Chicago more. I don't know.
Definitely Chicago something.
Chicago definitely more, man. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to all our folks out there in Chicago, man, because there's a
The
lot.
head fell off.
What happened?
The whatever was on top of here fell off. I thought it was the head.
Oh, no. It was the incense. That's what it does. It's going to fall off after a while.
You know what I'm saying? You kept your bag. I know you gonna keep refilling that.
Oh, yeah,
That's
so it's back there.
right.
Back there. Yeah, I got it.
Little opium lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do us like
Yeah,
that.
a little opium lounge.
do us like
All we
that.
need is a little long sticks, a little long cigarettes. You know what I'm saying?
Dan should have brought his bike.
Yeah, you had the bike. Where the bike
I
at?
left it in the car. I was pissed.
Yeah.
Hey, Didge, you know, you all know Didge, the fancy guy of the podcast. This nigga Didge, you know, everybody, you got your regular pins. We got them, regular pins.
You ain't got it.
Didge got a pipe with the
Yeah,
pin.
you
for
ain't
his
got
pin.
it, so I don't even want to
He
talk
ain't
about
got
it. You supposed to advertise, put niggas on game. That's what you supposed to be.
I'm not supposed to put. I want that for me.
Look at that.
Certain things I influence. That's for me.
Certain things he influence. All right, but so I did want to get into, because there was a lot that dropped since our last conversation, right? And we haven't really got a chance to we talked about it a little bit in the group chat, but I want to talk about it on there. So let's start with some Marvel news. The
Okay.
Marvels dropped. That
Oh
trailer.
yeah, the trailer.
was
That
crazy.
trailer.
Yeah, I like the trailer. I
The
really enjoyed the
went
trailer.
Crazy.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
I definitely feel like, you know, Miss Marvel. Like, I feel like all of those, like, when you really kind of pocket the
Trailer
Marvel
get
movies
horns, too.
and the gore and the girls and everything together.
Yeah.
Like, this movie definitely is gonna. It's like their own little mini Avengers.
It is.
You know
It
what I'm
is.
saying?
And then Kamala Khan, her addition to like
She's Peter Parker.
yeah, it's so fun.
She's gonna be Peter Parker of
It's
the group,
so
so that's
fun.
why I was like, it's gonna be
It
great.
was dope, that scene. I think it was the last part of the trailer when they was practicing the fighting with switching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, I know that's about to go crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh, yeah, when
I thought that was happening accidentally. You
I
saying
think
that they was planning
practicing
it?
because you could see
Oh.
she's like she'll swing at one of them, and then when they change, she know to go turn to check the other one. So it looked like
Yeah, it was a very-
I didn't even
it was a
catch
really,
that like
really
that.
quick.
I thought that was still like accidentally
Yeah.
happening. Oh, then that makes it even more
That's
fun.
why I think
If we
that's
get
what it was,
Marvels
yeah.
like
how
that.
we know how to use
Like they finna be out here doing some shadow clone
Bro, it's
jutsu,
gonna
like
be- it's real
instant
life finna be
transmission
paid
type
off.
shit. Like
In
like
real life, finna be what was the Jujutsu Kaisen when that was?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that in real life.
they finna be definitely clapping into different moves and shit. Dog. Like I can literally just see like the step, like Kamala doing a step up overhead,
Yeah.
and they just swap bodies and one foot come down on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
gonna be a fun time.
yeah,
That's gonna
like,
be a fun
the
time.
the idea of the combos and everything they can put together for them gonna be really, really, really fucking good.
Yeah, and it's just like even because like as much as Samuel L. Jackson is Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yeah.
He's still like he's one of those people that's funny without even trying to be funny, right?
That's the other part.
And
That's
so
great
that's
about
what's
this
gonna be
trailer.
fake.
Yeah.
It ain't
Every
funny, it's good.
scene
It's
they
good.
showed him
Yeah,
in the
me too.
trailer.
He mad.
This man was fed up.
He was mad. Like
when it was when he was Captain Rambo, where you at?
yeah.
Hey, that Captain Rambo, where you at?
To not know what was going on, like he was really talking to her, and all of a sudden he just like Rambo, Captain Rambo. You know what I'm saying? He's looking like I don't got time to be playing with y'all. Hands on the hip, out the window, like where you go?
And then
You know?
even when Kamala floated to him, he didn't look like. I ain't got time for this.
Don't even know who she is.
The
man.
worst part is I think this is after Secret Invasion. So you
Yeah.
gotta think he probably like, bro, just finish some shit.
Yeah, it got. I feel like because he's back in the ship, I feel like it's definitely after Secret Invasion. Like he did, like they gonna have him do whatever he did, and he's gonna go back to where he at and be right back in this shit again. Like
Bro, he looked so. I was crying.
And
even when he came to the house, like we're looking for Kamala Khan, like
And we said like them black folk. We said a black person go say it. It may be Samuel L. Jackson. Like, wait, we dealing with a Kang? Like it may be Samuel L.
no, I
Jackson.
don't know. Can't showing up in this. I don't know.
well, I'm just saying.
I don't know, but I'm saying
he
no,
got.
he gonna know.
Yeah, he going to cross Nick path.
He
You
gonna
know what I'm
cross Nick Path. He gonna be like, wait, who are you? He's like,
I
I'm
don't
Kang.
see.
He like,
I can see him just saying Kang in a way like Kang, like you know what I'm saying? Like he
Oh,
like
that
what
would
the
be
fuck?
so I gonna like we got Kang the Conqueror. Like,
Look.
you mean King? No,
Look,
Kang.
Look,
Kang.
Kang, like
Kang.
like, and he gotta give you that black face because he know it's black twang, like Kang. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, like without even knowing who he is, he dare know what he
Hey,
is.
happy
Like
414 day, Joe.
what up,
Happy
Joe?
414 day.
Yeah, man.
You know, shout out to all my Milwaukee people.
Yes, happy
Horns
New
up for
Year.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you
dog.
using them now. We said something. You know what I'm saying? He said something. We judged his goddamn button presses.
I'm sorry. We gotta get some. All of ours is like booze and bad the horn's the only like hype one.
That's the only one you can-
All of our other ones, it's like Buddhist man. The GTA wasted. I don't know what you would use that for. It's just sad.
That was sad. That's definitely that's like a once in a lifetime waste. So you damn near catching somebody.
You got to, I mean, somebody do something, like somebody say something, or you know,
That's a bad joke.
A flub or a joke or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back
Like,
in the day, it would have really hit when I was like, wait, hey, Dragon Ball Z from Japan?
That
That would have been a wasted.
I mean, in our more drunk episodes, the wasted button would have been. Cause like definitely in the moment, like, what the fuck are you talking?
I'd have been, because you gotta also, it's my choice. Like, everybody, y'all can laugh. I don't like the joke.
It is true. Ditch has the power to sway the audience with soundboards.
With soundboard sounds.
But yeah, I'm excited for this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really excited.
I'm excited for the Marvels to see kind of, you know what I'm saying, what's to come from it and everything like that.
I'm mad it's November, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know why I felt like it was gonna be sooner than that.
Well,
because back.
It got pushed back, and then like I said, Secret Invasion come out before then, right?
Yeah, Secret Invasions is July.
Yep,
yeah, that's July.
And that should run into November because you got to remember they're doing it week to
Just
week.
about maybe October.
Maybe October.
Maybe
End of
October.
September. Like probably.
I think
Like it'll be early
How
October.
many, is it a mini series or a full series?
I think it's 12 episodes, but I also don't know how many or when in July rather I should say.
So Blur 101 questions. Define anime. Is it more than just a genre? So here's what we're going to do though, because that way we just not jumping into questions. We're going to give a moment for questions.
Yeah.
So just mark that. Yeah. We'll go back to it. Well, I don't know if we can mark it.
I'm gonna keep note of it.
We'll keep up note to it. But yeah, for those who are watching everywhere on Twitch.
I can't see that on this because of the command center.
Well, I can read it. Just keep on going. Just keep it. For those who are watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, if you got questions, put the questions in the chat, and then we're gonna we're adding a new segment. We're gonna add a question segment now that we're doing Geekset live on Fridays and everything like that. So we'll make sure we get back to your questions. To make sure that we can see it, use an emoji. Use something to make your question stand out.
Yeah,
obviously, right now we low, but as we continue to grow, we want to make sure we're not missing on anybody's questions. So, but yeah, so like is there anything else from Marvel coming out in between then?
I thought did we talk about the Secret Invasion trailer at all?
Well, that's what we're gonna get to next.
Oh, we're gonna get to,
No, I think now he's thinking like, well, should we hit something before if something comes out before that?
Before
nothing comes out before.
No, nothing comes out before. I think it's because the Secret Invasion is Guardians.
I think Secret,
Guardians.
It's Guardians first. Guardians is first.
Guardians, Secret Invasion, and then So that's a solid end of the year.
I don't even recall release. I don't know why I can't. Well, I know
Guardians.
I know the Guardians trailer is pretty much we know Rocket.
Yeah,
so
Guardians. If you need to know anything from Guardians, Rocket will be dying. Say your goodbyes now.
Wow.
Hit him with
make sure you bleep that. That's like when you say Rocket with like Rocket would be.
No, you gotta say they say oof. They say oof. That's what they say on Minecraft, and that's what the kids say now.
The little
kids,
okay.
You gotta say
Rocket
oof.
will be unalive.
Unalive.
He will be unalive. I see that online.
They said some people are saying also they believe Mantis is because they said that scene they was thinking Chris Pratt when he's yelling and crying and everything like that he may be.
Oh, that would make sense.
Over Mantis. He just found out that's his sister and everything. Because this is technically everybody's last ride. Nobody has re-upped on their contract yet.
And
so
also
far.
wouldn't be surprised if Drax died. Just because Dave Bautista explicitly said this is it.
Well, he said, he
explicitly said, not
come on. I wouldn't be surprised if Star-Lord died because Chris Pratt is already trying to jump over to DC.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He already, Chris Pratt.
If they completely wipe out the guy, like some supernatural shit, like some supernatural shit, just snap everybody away. Like y'all out of here, bro. Like, everybody just like don't even.
But then they bring him to DC though.
That I wouldn't even, bro. That's wild.
I feel like,
Batista gonna go with James Gunn, no matter what.
No, I don't know. I don't think because he said he's done doing superhero movies.
He said that now, but if James Gunn, as much as he loves James Gunn, he credits James Gunn to saving his life.
Say, of the wrestlers turned actors, he might be the best.
He is.
He might be the best. He be doing serious roles. He got into the serious bag. I think he like
the only reason why, and I think
bag.
only reason why he's the best is that he's able to hide within a role. Mm-hmm. Right, The Rock is way too big. That was like we talked about it. That was the issue.
The Rock is The Rock in everything.
The Rock is The Rock in everything. Everything he's in, he's
that's
The Rock playing this.
That's because he wants to be
still,
there.
You know,
I still fuck with The Rock
in everything.
But he's The Rock in everything.
He wants to be. Like he wants to be.
John Cena, he just.
I don't put John Cena in the list at all. I haven't seen
he
one.
was good as Peacemaker.
Hey, Bose said Batista said he'd follow Gunn in DC.
Oh, you know
he
what?
did say it? Okay,
you know what? You're right. I take that back.
I need you to move that because I don't like how you lean it in. I need you to move around. Move around out the way, fam.
It was supposed to show the command center, man.
For who? For you?
Yeah, it's aesthetics.
Wanted to know.
I mean, but nobody else can
I
see
got
it. Why'd you put it up there so people can see it? Why you put it behind them? That don't make
There's
no
enough
sense.
stuff here.
Yeah.
We good.
But okay, no, I take it back, Joe. Yeah, John Cena.
No, I didn't know he
But
said he'd follow
yeah,
Gunn.
but outside of Peacemaker, has he done anything that made you say John Cena be active?
Well, that's why I said he'd be
no.
last. That's why I said he'd be last. Peacemaker is probably the first role of his.
Well, hold on. There's a couple people that you gotta. I mean, he. I don't know if he'll be last. There's a couple of actors.
I'm not talking about.
technically actor.
I'm not talking about the wrestlers who were in WWE films.
Hogan was in a lot of stuff.
Well, you talking about? Are you trying to say Hulk Hogan's a good actor?
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
in the actor list, I would put Hogan last. I would have put John Cena last.
I've never seen Hulk Hogan.
I mean,
He did the
I mean,
Babysitter movie.
Cena had a good
I don't
run.
think I saw
Cena
that.
had a run on Nickelodeon, so he got acting
Did he?
chops.
I know
Yeah.
he did. I know he did anything with Nick.
That weird white dude show that had the annoying voice. I can't think of his name.
Oh, the high pitched.
Yeah.
High pitched. Okay.
He was like I don't know if he was supposed to be his father or a godfather or
Yeah.
something like. But he was like pop up and
Hogan.
always talk to him.
He was in Gremlins. Oh, that don't count. He was himself.
Yeah, he was himself.
In what?
Gremlins 2.
2, yeah, but
That
he
don't
was.
count.
He was
Hulk
in.
Hogan.
Listen, he was in Rocky 3.
I don't know if I count that.
He was
How
just a
much-
fucking
how much
wrestler
was
fighting
he?
a boxer, bro.
He was in a couple of stuff. He did.
I don't remember him
He
being
was
in
the
Rocky.
dean in China, Illinois.
No, I didn't like that's that show that was on Adult Swim, right?
I love that show.
I did not like
I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen that show.
Yeah,
China,
so
Illinois,
what Bud
China,
Express is saying,
Illinois.
he was mostly. That's why I didn't like that show. I hated
love
that.
that.
I never got past the theme song. I ain't gonna lie to you, but the show might be fire.
China, Illinois.
The theme song is so
China,
annoying.
Illinois,
And
China,
you know, it's on Adult Swim,
Illinois.
so it comes on super late.
Right.
So
That's my shit.
it'll be like, you just flip it through the channels. Oh shit, Adult Swim. It'll always show. I remember this. It would always show Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which was only a 15-minute episode.
Yep.
So I'd be like, Geek, they're probably gonna show another Aqua Teen. No,
right.
China, Illinois is coming on.
Listen.
And I had to hear this theme song.
Listen,
I'm like,
listen.
no.
Hulk Hogan was in Santa with Muscles.
The fuck is that? That ain't came out yet.
That's all right.
That's in 1996. It came out. He was in
Well, I
Secret
thought
Agent
that was-
Club.
That had to have been a wrestling
was in
movie.
That was for sure a WWE film.
He was in Secret Agent Club. He was in Spy Hard.
The fuck was Spy
I
Hard?
don't know. He was in.
Probably another How many of these are
No,
not
I think
WWE
Spy
films?
Hard was actually.
He was
with,
in Thunder in Paradise 1 and 2.
Both of those are direct to video.
Yeah, I saw those. I saw
I'm looking
and
at it too.
Still acting Mr. Nanny. That's what it was. That was the Nanny movie that he was in. He was Mr. Nanny.
oh, I do remember Mr. 90. What's the movie where he said I smell dookie?
I don't know.
When he
I
came
ain't
from,
never seen Mr. Nanny.
I ain't never seen
He was
Mr.
in
90 either.
Suburban Commando.
That's what it was.
That's what it was?
That's what it was.
Alright.
He was a nigga. He was holding a nigga up in the air. He's like, "What's that smell?" And dude was like, "Dookie."
I do remember that film. That film was awful.
So
I do remember that
Hogan
film.
bottom
All right,
tier.
so that is definitely
Hogan bottom tier wrestler.
I literally was only counting like
actor.
4. So
No, that shit was hilarious. I remember as a kid, bro.
So yeah,
that's
man.
fair. You know, Hogan's definitely bottom tier. That's awful.
All right, but
Yeah.
we're getting off track though.
Yeah, he had a run, but it was all trash.
What was our track? I thought
We talk about superhero movies, man.
Yeah,
We gotta talk about Secret Invasion trailer.
that trailer. Also, Samuel looked fed up in it because they got him in some shit that he definitely didn't want to be in.
I feel like this one actually feels like he do want to be in it. Like but he really.
No, but character-wise, Nick Fury don't want to be in that.
No, Nick Fury is tired of dealing with these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He tired of dealing
You're
with
right,
not
Sam
knowing
does.
who's real. God, you got think
Nick
about
Fury
it
is
this way.
fed up.
Think about it this way. He had to deal with the espionage of S.H.I.E.L.D. first. Now he got to deal with an intergalactic espionage where you don't know who's a real person or not. Like he's like, nigga, I just want to run S.H.I.E.L.D. and save the world.
Yeah,
I don't always have to figure out is Bacardi really Bacardi or not? Like, are you?
I mean, they definitely stressing him. He definitely getting stressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, and which makes his like his call to what's the name in space even more demanding. Like you said, if it's after Secret Invasion,
That's what I'm saying.
he really yelled at her
I
like,
really
I'm sick of playing with y'all.
Right.
I'm really tired of playing with y'all. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
finished the Secret Invasion. I feel like that's the first 5 minutes of the movie. So everything just finished the Secret Invasion, and then the next thing he like Rambo. Fam. I'm not doing this again.
Because
I'm
also,
not.
didn't he tell her don't touch it, and she still touched it?
I
I
think
think
so.
he did. I think he did. It was
Yeah.
breaking up or whatever. I think he said don't
he
touch
said don't touch it, and she did it anyways.
You
Which
know-
why she's always because remember that's how she got her powers.
Everybody touches it.
But
Everybody
that's how
does.
she got her powers too.
That's
Yeah.
probably why she touched
Remember
it.
she touched it. She
She's
touched
like
it.
trying to get him back. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
He's like, you remember last time?
get
He
more
like,
power.
I got it. You know what I'm saying? See, like I survived the first one.
Yeah, so like you know what I'm saying. So I know. I mean, these three Marvel properties, I'm probably least excited for Guardians. I'm still
I mean, probably
excited.
because you know the story. Like everybody kind of know.
I think because I know that's it, and it's like
Secret Invasion is gonna give me so much of like that real like cop thriller vibes. Like it's gonna be like one of them. It's like it's not gonna be
I forgot
over
what
the
they
top.
said.
Like
It was
you know
gonna
how
be
like how Captain America wasn't over the top. He was really still in the streets, and like I feel like that's what this one's gonna be because it's gonna be a lot of double crossing and espionage and secrets, and so I feel like it's gonna be really, really one of those like old ass like enemy of the state. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like one of those kind of like I think that's how the series is gonna be, which is gonna be really good.
Oh, come out in June, not July.
Well,
June 21st.
But it kind of has to be that because you
Fury
gotta think,
definitely don't like being
anytime
not
you
in control.
anytime you're dealing with Shield, like that's why Captain America was so dope because it was that espionage and more hand-to-hand fight combat gun spy shit. So it's like Nick Fury getting his moment for his film to be more of the same is really dope.
And I think it's cool because it's like we know it's literally Nick Fury's film, so it's like we finna we finna get pretty much Commando Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like that Fury. Like
I don't know how much he gonna be fighting.
I feel like
He
he's
might
gonna,
not be
I feel like he's
fighting.
gonna be shooting. Like I feel like he's gonna get it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he'll definitely get a gun.
Like he's gonna be shooting
But
on it, but I don't think.
know if you finna
Like,
be seeing any.
I ain't seen. I can't remember the nigga doing fisticuffs. Never.
He shot.
I was shocked.
When he was escaping and everything, he remember he was in the whip, pulled out the big gun, came out.
Ain't nobody never been face to face with Nick Fury with their hands
Now
balled
young
up.
Nick Fury, if they go back in the day and give young Nick Fury. Matter of fact, I think in Captain Marvel when he was supposedly young Nick Fury, when they was in the little thing, that secret
might have been
hall,
fighting
didn't he at least like throw a little bit of punches?
That might be what I'm thinking of.
I have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Definitely
Because I have to watch it
it.
again. I don't even remember. But I feel like, fam, I feel like that's really what they. So what I mean, that's why I say for me, I feel like we're gonna get really like now we're gonna see how his real gun tactics
Right.
and everything is. Like he's gonna really be like why he is fucking Nick Fury. Like it's no more because you got to even in the trailer he's like I don't need nobody help me. Like leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
So I feel like we finna get real commando. Like I gotta figure this out myself because he don't trust nobody. So it is
At this
gonna be
point,
all
we
this
can't.
shit.
I mean, to be fair, he went through a lot of shit.
He did. And that's why I say like even in y'all sense like this is the breaking point for Nick. Like you know what? I'm really tired of y'all.
I'm done.
And I've been sitting back because you have to the last time we did saw the nigga he had his feet up.
No, he wasn't. No, 'cause remember he was in space.
Right,
So he's
but-
still doing shit.
Like they caught him relaxing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
So it's like so it's like now I feel like we in that moment where it's like all the relax shit over and it's like
You want to know
Back
what's
to work.
Back
what's
to work.
so funny about it is that because he's been in space this whole time, right? So
And we don't know when he got to space.
right, so pretty much he been this. Well, I feel like after Thanos at least. So right now, everything else, he's like, all right, I went to space after Thanos, and I'm dealing with the Skrull situation.
You think it was after Thanos?
Yeah, he's gonna be tired as fuck of like he's gonna be like, wait a minute, I just dealt with this, and now we got to deal with Kang. Like, no, he don't even know about Kang yet, and none of the people that he's dealing with.
Well, nobody knows about
And
Kang.
you know what? Because you gotta think the Avengers is supposed to be the Kang. You know what I'm saying? The thing. So like we were always talking about like Loki or whoever who bring everything together. But I mean Nick Fury is always the one that brings the Avengers together. So at some point, this information does got to get to Nick that he really gets the team back together.
But who is it going to be that gets it? Well, I guess maybe it has to be Ant-Man. He's not. Loki's off of time.
Right.
I think it's either Ant-Man or Vision.
Vision could.
Vision could.
'Cause Vision-
Somebody will have to. Somebody. But Ant-Man is the only person that knows, right?
Ant-Man's
Ant-Man.
the only ones that know that we think. Because remember, Vision, he had that awakening where I feel like he just like he made him feel energy,
Maybe.
cosmic energy.
Like he
we don't
tapped in?
because we don't know what White Vision is doing and who he is, what his powers is now.
That's fair.
Like White Vision is completely different from regular Vision.
That's fair.
Right.
So we
And
don't
he
know.
really been off. So like I really wonder. I'm waiting for them to figure out how they gonna bring that shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga been missing.
So I was like, yeah, he been definitely missing. So, but I mean, yeah, I feel like Nick Fury is the kind of person I kind of still brings the Avengers together. So at some point the information does like we always kept thinking about Loki going to start telling everybody, but I feel like at some point it is gonna be Nick Steele that's gonna be like if they do that again, where they kind of put Nick at the back end credits of a lot of these movies coming out to kind of show like, yeah, I'm back. Right. You got a bigger problem.
I'm doing this again.
We got a bigger problem. Like, because then I'd be happy to hear him saying Kang at the end of every show. Like, we got a Kang problem.
We got a Kang problem. Like, Kang problem. But I think the highlight trailer, one of the highlight trailers that came out was definitely Into the Spider-Verse.
That was a fire trailer.
Into the Spider-Verse
we
trailer.
We had more trailers after that, too, by the way. We started talking Blue Beetle.
Oh, shit.
You didn't like the Flash trailer, but we
talked about we never did.
I don't think we ever
talked about that. Came out.
I feel like
months ago. For sure, we should got to talk.
All this shit happened in 2 weeks, man. Like, Jesus.
Blue Beetle came out.
Blue Beetle we didn't talk about for sure.
Yeah, I know. I think that was after she tweeted.
Well, let's talk about Into the Spider-Verse real quick, because it looks like Spider-Man 2099 is going to play a heavily role in it.
I think he's maybe not the main antagonist, but he's like the one who you're up against right away.
Yeah, because it's obvious he don't fuck with Miles.
Right.
But the trailer.
But he also made a reference to the MCU.
Oh,
which was interesting because he was talking about. He said
about the Earth,
he said
other
something
Earth,
about everything messing up ever since the Spider-Man from the other Earth, and like I think he said like the scientist or something like that.
He said Strange. He said Strange and Parker.
Strange?
Yeah, he said the Doctor. He said the Doctor and
That's right,
he said the Doctor and the Parker from Earth, whatever. So he pretty much. So we're getting So this pretty much is literally.
Oh, that's dope then.
So as I said, this is literally going to pretty much. I feel like it is like it's connection now to MCU.
Yeah,
they push it into the whatchamacallit.
They push it in everything.
So that means
that makes sense because this is Sony, right?
Yeah.
And they already made the deals with Sony and everything like that. So
even making that mention, even if they if they don't dive any more in it, but the mention enough.
Yeah, the mention enough is like okay, this is at least tangentially.
Because that's only and it makes it cold because it lets you know that Spider-Man is part of that, like the whole all these Spider-Man are supposed to be in this thing. He just wasn't there.
It helps Sony because then now you're already trying to build out this villain verse. Now you can pluck any of these Spider-Man and just throw them in there. Like, hey, it's just we've already talked about that. There's infinite Spider-Man from infinite universes,
right? Especially with the animated. Like you can double back on some shit with animated. You can bring in Thanos and be like,
oh yeah,
it's animated. Also,
I don't know how rights work.
I don't know how rights work with that, but like what if it seeps into like what if? Mm-hmm. Like that'd be wild.
Yeah, because we're gonna get another season of What If, so I can definitely see. Like I can definitely see.
That comes out this year.
That's supposed to be, I think, this fall.
Okay.
The What If, I think it's actually this fall. I think that's actually the holiday season, like probably right before.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit, or right after it.
I was gonna say, I thought I remember seeing that was coming out this year.
Yeah, just What Up, There Fresh, man. So like I said, I think that's the highlight. But then Dej brought up Blue Beetle.
That trailer looks crazy.
Ooh, that trailer looks so good.
I mean, I don't know a lot about Blue Beetle. It looks decent though. Yeah. Like I would watch it. But
I love Blue Beetle.
Was in it.
I love
Blue Beetle. That's how I knew the trailer was out. George Lopez tweeted it. And I was like, why is George Lopez tweeting this? And like 30 seconds into the trailer, he's right there. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Right. So Blue Beetle and what Blue Beetle is and everything, and in the tone of it. One, the representation is about to be fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
For the Latino community, the Latinx community, just in general. I love that this is that. But what I love about it is kind of like how Black Panther was.
That's what I was just
where
gonna say.
It's not like our whole identity is only because we're black.
Oh yeah.
It's just like this is the dopeness that comes with it, but also like I said, the character looks dope. It looks like it's gonna be the second Blue Beetle, but it looks like the OG Blue Beetle is gonna pop up in it as well. And because with the scarabs, that's what right? Yeah, scarabs. They like pretty much it's Venom story kind of similar, right?
Right.
Where the scarab is it has infinite powers and everything like that.
It tries to convince you to, or not convince you.
But as a host, you don't really know how to control it. Now the OG Blue Beetle, he did fully control it, and that's kind of like the anomaly. Like, all right, usually
he learned how to do. Okay.
Usually it doesn't happen.
So they made the original one actually know how to use it, but the lore of it is the fact you don't know how. You
never know.
It's very much
because the scarab's going to protect you no matter what. The scarab is going to protect you, but it's like that protection may be deadly as fuck, and you can't control it. You can't stop it. It's like
one of the things the scarab, they don't like the Green Lanterns.
No, they definitely don't.
So like, if you imagine you're supposed to be a hero, but it's the Scarab's telling you because it saw Green Lantern, it saw Hal Jordan or whatever, which you're like, hey, take dude out. Fuck dude here for? It's so
it don't even tell you like
That's
that.
also
Like
fair.
it just activated. That motherfucker activate on you.
So it's not protect you as in like I'm gonna keep you from harm. It's like this nigga's a threat. We about to go into act like
it goes into
Spider-Man.
active mode. So you sit there like, yo, what up, Hal?
Right, you see
that motherfucker, your body like, you like, hey, Hal, what up, dog?
He trying to fist bump. He
trying to blast Hal out the motherfucker way, dog. Like, yeah, so like, but like the trailer was just fun, man. Because like I said, you know, we seen all the superhero tropes, right? And so, yeah, one of the new things that I'm seeing certain properties do that I love is that he get in his power and it's not a power like, oh, I got to keep it secret from everybody.
Yeah.
Like his whole family was there when he got his power.
Right, yeah.
And so it's like, good. We don't have to go through that arc of, you know what I'm saying?
I need to keep my secret. Granted, that is a lot of superheroes.
It is. I'm just tired of it.
I mean, there's going to always be a lot of superheroes, but you definitely got those characters who break the mold. Like, that was one of the things I really liked about Miss Marvel. After when she told her parents,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, they was, all right, well, we'll work around it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we need that more. I think as they make more movies, because that, like, I feel like where Miss Marvel was in the storyline of it, even as much as we've watched the movie, like the world that MCU universe, the people understand superheroes and all that kind of shit now. So it's like hiding that shit or trying, like, most of the kids, if they like having the kids being the one catching the powers, they are like, nigga, I want to be.
Well, that's because
like I look up to them.
Yeah,
you know
they so geeked about it.
So it's like you really want to like tell the parents, and I just like that the fact that it is like the parents ain't being on some like you can, because you ain't gonna tell me I can't do it if I got the powers already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much what it is. Like,
so I'm excited to kind of see where that is, and even though this one is Elseworlds. No, is this Elseworlds?
No,
this is part of the
Guns.
guns.
This would be the first film technically of the DCEU.
All right, so then I'm definitely
Blue Beetle.
So then I am excited.
I guess
to see
that would
about
make
that.
Flash. I guess no, because this comes out before Flash. No,
But Flash is supposed to be the
Flash
end.
is supposed to reset everything.
Yeah, reset everything.
And then this will be the first one of the new one. That's right.
Yeah, so you know I'm excited for that one, just kind of to see where Blue Beetle is gonna go and just kind of see this world, man, how they build upon Blue Beetle, because if this is technically the first one, then obviously this is going to be the first one that lays the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, so
I want to see
why
how did why did they choose Blue Beetle to be the start and how they're going to go
I think originally the Blue Beetle was just going to be created.
Well, yeah, it was
announced prior to all of that.
But the way James Gunn and trying to think, I'm like, is he working
I wonder
around
if
that storyline?
Saw the script and was like, oh yes, I'm building.
Yeah, I'm building on that storyline.
I can see that because he's playing like it's a young Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So I mean you can pretty much kind of take the time.
Which is dope because that actor is well in his 20s. But he looks young enough where he can play it longer.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know how much comic... Remember, he said he wanted a young Superman. I don't know how much age apart they were comic-wise.
Oh, that I don't know. Because I would have to go back and read that run that he's basing it all off.
But I can see them trying to do a Tom Holland with Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get the more, like you said, the OG, like the Batman and Superman. Like once he gets, like this kid gets around them, or you know, the fact that Blue Beetle becomes this new superhero, his movie pretty much definitely gonna cause a stir with, you know what I'm saying, that you can kind of bring, you know what I'm saying, more of the OGs back in, because they're like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely see that, like on some Tom Holland, the young kid, like he's still gonna look up to Superman and Batman when he see them, like, oh my fucking god, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like how Flash act, like I feel like that's what they were trying to do with Flash. Why you don't like the jittery Flash they did, because he's supposed to be more childish and really like you know what I'm saying, like really anxious that he's around Superman and Batman than actually being his own fucking hero.
But
you know
but it goes to Barry was never that. That was more Wally. You know what I'm saying? And that's why that was my whole big upset with it. It was like, y'all should have just gave us Wally. Then I would have been at least.
The trailers look fire. they look fire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any higher hopes or lower hopes. I probably still ain't gonna probably run to the movie to see. I don't know, but the fact that it's the end. I feel like the fact that it's the end of it, I really don't care, because the end of it, like the Flash.
It was the end and the beginning. It's like
I said, and that was the original. I was like, I feel like they took the stakes away from it.
So I feel like they still not even gonna damn to give you no call back in Blue Beetle. Like if the end is like
the Flash,
like the actual like whatever reverse
Flashpoint,
the Flashpoint. Then the next, if Blue Beetle has that, it will just be that. Like you gonna probably see just know the world was altered by it, and it just kind of starts.
It looked fire.
Blue Beetle
looked fire. All right. So 2 questions before we jump into the next one because it actually fits. So scroll up some. Where's one?
No, Nana had one.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
Here
Blur.
we go. I'll pull it up to here too.
Yeah, Blur 101 question. Define anime. Is it more than just a genre?
I mean, plain and simple, the easiest way to put it. If you're looking at it from a Japanese standpoint, anime is just animation. So there are because you can get sports anime, slice of life, horror, thriller, every genre that there is in anything else. Yeah. There's that in anime.
Anime to me is just a category.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be more subcategories of anime.
Yeah.
Just like any other just like horror or any other kind of like category of film or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like anime is an art form of its own. It is animation, it's Japanese animation. So it's gonna be people tend to of course look at anime as what they see on mainstream, but there's 50 different categories of anime.
Sports anime I watch.
Cooking anime, slice of life, regular relationship, like
not Ichigo's.
Damn, the game show anime, like it's literally like
shonen, like there's so many ones, man.
I mean, you can't really define it as a genre because it's really.
That's why I always tell somebody if you want to get into anime, or you think you want to get into it, think about what you like so far and try to find something that's basically
I never understood why it's still so difficult. Like, it really is a really big, weird, I don't know if it's like a maturity gap or something between, like, these stuff that we watch, anime, is no different from a fucking live action TV show.
It is
like,
still for a lot of Western animation, it still almost falls into a couple of... It's changing now. I will preface that, but it's still kind of falling into a couple of buckets where adult animation so much here is still based on just comedy.
Okay.
Whereas almost all other anime, it's almost seen as still for kids. Like, yes, they're gonna have more mature themes for a lot of them, but a lot of people feel like it's only that way so that a parent can watch it with their kids.
Yeah.
Versus there are definitely so many anime that's like, your kid better not be watching.
Yeah, I talked to somebody else about that too. I was telling somebody about that where we were saying like American animation really, like you think about the Tom and Jerry's, the Looney Tunes, like there's no story. Like you're watching it's like those were like the first reels, really. Like
Avatar, probably
those are all shorts.
Avatar was like one of the anomalies of American animation that was story driven.
Yeah, that got the recognition for being good.
Yeah, that got the recognition
because you really would watch. Like if you think about most of our favorite cartoons, there was no story to it. You just watched a random episode.
They go on random adventures each episode.
Yeah,
right? You know what I'm saying?
So and that's what I'm saying. Like when I try to tell people about animation or just anime in general, it's like, fam, like. There's definitely some anime somewhere that can give you the same kind of like Lord of the Rings vibes. Like the movies you watch, there's anime like written and stuff for it. Like you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Matter of fact, even if you think about Batman animation, X-Men animation, they wasn't like they had a story, but a lot of their episodes were just what's the name? The reason why Young Justice that last season got so much praise is because it took the
overarching season.
It had the whole overarching. It took like I said, it took the Avatar route. It took
and that's why I said, like I said, that's why I said it's for sure changing. Mm-hmm. But the medium's changing doesn't necessarily mean that people's mindsets are changing. And that's what it is. A lot of people still see it as what they remember before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And a shout out Bold Expressions. Season 2 of Young Justice definitely gives you everything you need to know about Blue Beetle. That's
fair.
And I love Young Justice so much, man. That is top tier animation.
Hope gets revived from its latest cancellation.
Yeah, I mean they got canceled. What? This is the 3rd time canceled?
Yeah. I think so.
Go to the last question up there real quick. Yep. And so this one I thought was a really good question. Like, do you believe streaming services has hurt the Marvel and the MCU?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading that as Chris. You said what? What is it?
Do you believe that streaming services?
Before we get to that question, I do want to thank for this because this is basically emblematic of somebody who doesn't watch anime but is willing to at least listen. To understand why somebody likes that. I appreciate that.
No, yeah, Big Sis Chris, like the great thing about anime, especially if you are a fan of story, you will be able to find so many animes about stories. So like even if you're not into just like the action, like the visual, but if the story thing is your thing, I got you.
Yeah,
We'll make you a list.
If you're a fan of soap operas, like you can go down a rabbit hole.
If you're a
of
fan
like,
of horror, mystery,
like,
crime, like there's so many animes. I got you. We gonna hit you. We gonna DM you a list of some things for you to check out.
But does the streaming service hurt?
So here's the thing, and I said this on Straight Out of the Comic Book. I believe it did hurt them a little bit, but it does not have to hurt them. And here's the reason why I think that it did hurt them. Every streaming, that first run of series, it was always had to be linked to a major character that was already in the films, right? Okay. And because of that, we got conditioned to, if a show comes out and it doesn't have that, you're going to be like, you waiting for that other shoe to drop. When I'm going to get the cameo, when I'm going to get it, right? Mm-hmm. But the way that they can do it is there's so many stories that are dope that do not deserve to be on the big major screen. But I would be okay with if they gave us a series. Cable and Bishop is amazing in X-Men. I don't want to see a film about Cable and Bishop and their quarrels, but if you gave us that time travel series of Cable and Bishop going back and forth on Disney Plus, that would be a solid show that it does. You can have small things that connect to the MCU, but you don't have to. Their story doesn't have to be an overarching affecting of it. And I think that that's where Marvel should go with their streaming services. Stop trying to bring in Thor, Captain America, stop trying to bring in the big dogs. Dive into those stories in Marvel.
I don't think they have.
They have. What you talking about? So here's the
Thor's
thing.
not in
No, Thor's not. I was just saying. Hawkeye, no matter how we feel about Avengers ranking, Hawkeye is a main Avenger from day one. Right? No, let me finish, brother. Okay. I was saying, Hawkeye's a main Avenger. Loki was a main character in the MCU. Now, granted, that's his show, but then you got Captain America, Winter Soldier. You had two people, like all the shows are led by the main stars getting their own individual run. And I say, don't do that. Don't do that. Keep them in films. Bring other stories to the streaming service.
I wouldn't want Captain America and Winter Soldier as a movie, though. Like, I wouldn't want that as a...
I'll also disagree with that point. I think that show would have did better as a movie.
Do you think so?
I think you would. I think a lot of the stuff. I think a lot of the issues that show had, you wouldn't have had time to do in a movie, so they wouldn't have been there. So you would have gotten the best of the best. Now, what I wanted to disagree with Deuce on this overall point is that I think from a film perspective, I don't know if Loki's story would have translated well to film. Same for Hawkeye. Like, I don't know if I would have cared about a passion and a torch in film.
The ones that worked and the ones that we already got, I'm saying we are okay with. But I'm saying that I don't want that to be the formula moving forward.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Moving forward, the formula should be, let's get into the stories that we know that we're not gonna like. There's a dope story there, and we want to tell this story, but I don't want it to be a side. I don't want it to be a side story.
I thought the question was really more about. That's what I was thinking more about.
Oh, is that? I guess. Joe, are you talking more so along the lines of what Bode has here in terms of you're not going to go to the theater because you know the show is going to hit? Or is it sort of how Deuces is saying? And I'm kind of thinking you're going how Deuces is saying because of your last comment. But I know because you're on two different platforms, I want to make sure we're saying the same thing. Is it the ticket sales, sort of like not wanting to go see it, a movie that's going to hit streaming? Or is it we're getting oversaturated because we're getting...
Because I mean,
to Deuce's point, I guess the big guys in the theater and on streaming.
Because that's what I said. Like for me, when it comes, if you think about, like we could get to a point where the value of our movies from Marvel and everything could drop because it's like y'all gonna really just watch this shit on streaming.
But
services.
then I can't put that blame on Marvel. That's
the industry.
That's the film industry.
But that's what he's saying. Like the streaming would streaming hurt that.
No,
like, yeah.
He was specifically asking about the MCU.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying in the MCU. Well, yeah, even specifically in the MCU. That's what I'm saying because I mean, like even how we talking about like the Flash and that there's certain movies you just like, bro, I just wait till it come on streaming. So, we're out. Like if there was a moment where you never said, I'm waiting for this to come out on DVD or whatever, you're going to it. And now we're at a point.
The pandemic and streaming just getting bigger.
Right.
The pandemic put us at home for basically a year and a half. People got used to waiting for their film to get there.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know if you can. that's going to be on the theaters themselves to say, well, how do you get people back then?
Well, I mean, but I guess that's what I'm saying. The issue of it is because streaming got so big, you don't like it's like I was saying like if you take streaming away, we go to the movies or we don't, but you're waiting for it on DVD. Sure. Like now you're not waiting for DVD. It's like I'm either gonna go to the movies to see this or I'm just gonna wait till it just drop on my streaming service. I'm already paying a month for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the budget that they're putting for a movie theater run drops. Like that value going, like, even though I feel like we're getting back into a run of people getting back to the movies.
Well, yeah, because the industry, they said they had a huge surge this past
like
month.
you can't, cause I'm like, but you can't deny, like trying to say like we gonna make, even if you making a movie go straight to theaters now, like it's not gonna come on streaming day one. It's like we know it's gonna be on streaming though in a couple months. Like y'all own this, so y'all only giving the theaters a little bit of money, and like, and I really feel like that, like because of that streaming. Shit has went to streaming way faster.
Oh, stuff's going streaming. But that goes back to the industry.
But I guess that was never not the case. Like, you could have easily 10, 15 years ago been like, I don't really care about going to see this right now because it's going to hit, like you said, DVD or Blu-ray, or it's going to hit digital where it's not necessarily, it wasn't a streaming service at the time, but you could buy it digitally for, if you're going with more than one person, infinitely cheaper.
Right.
So that's not a new phenomenon.
No, yeah, I get that. I just feel like because the timing of it has changed.
I ain't been
like,
on AMC in years, so I couldn't.
Yeah, the timing of it has changed because, like I said, in most cases back in the days, you didn't waiting 5 to 6 months for that movie to come back from the theater.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? That's because of the pandemic. That's a lot of that.
So do you think? So then that's my question. Do you think that they are going to eventually slow back down? Like shit ain't
I don't
how?
know. I think
because you got to think like even in the realm of like random movies, like Cocaine Bear is finna drop, literally like on streaming service, and that shit just really came out like a month ago.
It came out in January.
Was it?
It came out in January.
In January?
No, I think it was like mid to beginning.
Really?
Or it might have been like a solid 3 months. Like.
Cocaine Bear came out February 24th.
Oh, that's late.
February when?
24th.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I could have sworn that came out. That's like Megan that came out in January.
Oh yeah, Megan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's already, so it's really 2 months, like a 360-day run, and it's already on stream. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm busy that month it drop, it's like I might as well just wait another month.
But like I said, that's an industry issue. And I don't know how you fix that.
But in what you were saying. About just actual people,
content,
and
Have
whatever.
you been on AMC recently?
Yeah,
because I've been on AMC recently, so I can't judge that statement.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a Marcus Theater guy.
Marcus ain't we're nationwide, so a lot of people don't know what we talk about when we say Marcus.
Really?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Marcus is because you know the whole.
I mean, we definitely met the nigga.
Yeah, we met you. Yeah.
We saw Mr. Marcus.
He was down there getting this motherfucking John Legend on. That nigga, so he was down there on the piano. He was getting John Legend on. We just ordinary people.
Mr. Marcus Theaters was out there.
But no, yeah, I think we need, because I feel like what you're saying, like you're translating certain things into movie. You can say, you can take the best of it and put it, you know what I'm saying, like, and make a movie. But I feel like the reason you have a series, I feel like the reason we have certain things that have series is because they know that we're gonna be branching off into other things from this series.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get certain episodes, so you can't really dive into that in a movie because like now this movie is literally just about this.
And the cost, whatever the cost is, change.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just feel like that. Like I feel like with the Falcon Winter Soldier, the movies with the big name people in the series is because it's literally pushing the actual agenda of the whole universe. So like you said, doing a Cable and Bishop is an offshoot. Like you can do that, and that's never like unless they make an episode of randomly that like literally links something, where they bring a villain that might be in another like movie, like that can stand on its own. You know what I'm saying? But like when you really are using the main characters and keeping a series going, it makes sense to have a series if you're gonna make one, because you can kind of still bring in multiple stories that you can eventually like.
Well, and that's why I said like, just don't that if the formula is always gonna be you gotta have a main movie star in it, then you're gonna hurt yourself, because when you finally try to do something without a main movie star, people gonna be sitting there like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for who gonna pop up, and it's like, just don't do that. I'd rather get a fresh story.
I don't know, because Werewolf by Night didn't. I mean.
But a lot of people didn't. A lot of people missed out on Werewolf by Night.
I saw a lot of people.
No, a lot of people.
And everybody I know who talked about it was like,
well,
this is phenomenal.
No, what I'm saying, the people who watched it, I'm not saying nobody shitted on it, but in the grand scheme of things of how people talk about Marvel properties versus how many people talked about Werewolf by Night.
But to be fair, we don't know where Werewolf by Night is going.
Well, what I'm just saying is just
I
like,
thought it was really offshoots. I thought that really was like what you said, like it's an offshoot.
and it was amazing.
It was a special presentation.
But it was like, but people, like I said, people, you know what I'm saying? Because that was one of the issues that people had with Moon Knight was saying that it was like, okay, where does it fit in the story? Who's popping? Like, how does it link? Right. So when you have a show and we're conditioned to think that everything has to link, then yeah, that's defeats the purpose.
Are we conditioned to that?
We are.
That's not TV show specific.
No.
That's
Marvel
specific.
But what I'm saying
to
is
everything that they do.
but what I'm saying is Marvel it carried over to their TV show. If they set the precedents like, look, we're gonna have things that loosely link. Like the reason why the Netflix shows, like we were still okay with the Netflix shows, is that they loosely mentioned the MCU. We didn't care so much that they wasn't linked to it. We said it would be great if Luke Cage and all of them can be in it, but we was okay with that whole universe with them loosely linked.
Back to that is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't do well because of that.
No, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to be linked. They said they were going to be linked, and their issue was Marvel said, nah, you can't do it that much. So now we was expecting the links, and it wasn't happening because Marvel shut it down. In Netflix, they never said we was going to be linked to it. They just called it, oh yeah, the event in New York. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't Captain America. Like they said small things like that, and we was okay with that whole universe because because they conditioned us to know we not expecting to see Thor, Black Panther, Captain America, Iron Man.
I like how I had this argument about how Marvel should do that like 3 episodes ago, and Deuces said he didn't. Now, remember when we had this last discussion about
I believe
Is this deja vu?
No, I don't remember this conversation.
It was when we were saying, remember when I was talking about how too many Marvel movies are linked, and I would love to have one that's not.
Oh yeah, I remember.
No, the movies, I want the movies to link.
I said Marvel property, to be fair.
And
you was all in on everything. It's great, it's working. I don't know what's happening.
I do kind of remember.
I want my movies to link. I want my shows to not necessarily.
I think that's really because I feel like because even with She-Hulk,
and I'm gonna still watch it though.
Like even with like She-Hulk and like you said, even with Moon Knight, because I mean even for me, I still really didn't know the link in Moon Knight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like I think that's what you're asking for though. Like Moon Knight and them right now in the eyes is a one shot. Like until they actually,
I think they announced that it was. Well, I think they just sort of said like, yeah, it's coming back.
Right, but I'm saying like it has no true.
I don't know.
Because I'm like it doesn't have any true link right now.
My Blue Skittles one
to the story, like to the actual Marvel timeline of things.
Right.
Yeah.
So right now it's truly a one shot.
For
Like
sure.
until there's a reference, then it's literally a one shot off movie. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you are in some case like same with She-Hulk.
Well,
like,
because
She-Hulk
I think the reference
is a show of all.
The reference is going to be.
She-Hulk, I think because of the way they.
Well, no, they didn't have Bruce because the Bruce is in it.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's what I think right now with the phases they still like, even though we're getting small links, they haven't did the big link. Obviously, the 10 Rings is the huge link because it showed up. They mentioned it and it showed up in, of course, Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel, and in Moon Knight. When they was at the bottom of that that tomb.
That was Miss Marvel.
No, in Moon Knight. When they was trying to find when the alligator popped up, like when the reveal and everything at the very, very end in that tomb where Mark was at, the symbols was on there too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So obviously the big reveal is going to be there. We just haven't got it there. And that's where the link is at.
Oh, well then I guess that would, because because I said it wasn't a link. But
that's the link. Because then also Kane has something to deal with the 10 Rings somewhere.
The whole idea is that it was quantum technology.
Yeah.
So I mean, so then it is a link. So it is linked, but that would be what y'all would consider, like I said, like the subtle link, because now there hasn't been an actual physical presence in there. But it is that, like, you know, this show is going on, but what Moon Knight stand for and the history they're trying to lure with it is still tied to rings and just other pretty much weapons of, you know what I'm saying, destruction. So I mean, I think that I don't think the streaming really hurts. I feel like we just I feel like we need all the content we need. I feel like that's the problem. I think everybody focuses on what's going on now, and they should, like, I feel like Marvel and DC should literally have a whole nother studio.
Well, DC will, because they're gonna have their Elseworlds.
Like, you should have a whole.
Which I wonder how that's gonna run. Like, I wonder, it's because, like, right now, Elseworlds is literally like, all right, you can do whatever you want with a property. Then you can do whatever you want on a property. There's no linking. So I just wonder, like, is there, like, what's somebody, because Arrowverse is pretty much going to be, Arrowverse is about to be done, and then the Superman Smallville verse that they was starting, I think they're Xing that. Yeah, they're ending that. So right now, there is no other verse besides what James Gunn's doing, and then Elseworlds is just one off.
That's sort of, I think the Elseworlds banner is popping up because both the Batman and Joker made so much money that they were like, you know, we're doing a sequel to both of those.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want them to attach to what I'm gonna do.
And the Penguin series still coming out too.
Well, that's all still attached to the Batman.
The who?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying when you said the Batman.
They
I'm
were
saying
like, these make too much money for me to not go to this well again.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can go ahead and do your next one. I'm gonna still do my thing. Cause I'd be stupid to take away to give up this free money.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think that's what. I think that we're getting. I think that's what it is too. Like, we're getting into a point where there is a slight bit of maybe like comic book and cinema fatigue of this big vast story where you got to watch this whole many lines of movies to get to an end goal, where people really are just enjoying a good one shot, like how Joker and everything is. But it is that you're gonna cash cow because when you really fully tell somebody like, this had nothing to do with nothing, it's a one shot movie, a dedication, whatever, you're gonna watch it and give it way more praise because you're not looking for anything afterwards, you're not looking for anything, and that's how we treated Joker. So then when they got it now, it's like, no, we're gonna do another one. It's like, that's where you get that mix where people were like, we didn't need another one, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was perfect for what it was supposed to have been. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're going to always have that issue because when you run into giving a great one-shot movie, they're going to be like, we want a sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
of course. Right. The minute something makes good,
well, but here's the thing.
I want more.
My thing is that, like, just like even in the comic books, right? In the comic books, you have your main storyline comic book run, right? And that's established and that's identified. But then there's all these other runs that happen with individual characters. Just do that. Just solidify. Okay, this is the main run.
Like, I think, like,
this is the main run, and then everything else we can do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's expensive.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really wish. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I am a fan of TV shows over movies in a sense, because you can really kind of get everything you need. Like, I would love to get, even if we were sticking to the Batman universe, like how they already gave us Joker and all, like if they gave us just a whole bunch of one-offs of all these characters as a part, like just giving us all these stories, and then you start the universe. Right. Like, give us all these characters and they show, like, give us all these little stories and backstory, like, so that you understand. Because if you gave us all the villains and then gave us the actual storyline of Batman becoming Batman and facing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing, because I think Batman, they were already established when Batman became Batman. So give us all the villains, and then now give us the origin story of Batman.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could do it where you don't have to, because you could do movies and now you just give us the best parts real quick. Yeah. But I mean, that's always big budget and takes, you know what I'm saying? So giving us, if you could break these down into series and you just doing like a 5-episode, 6-episode miniseries for all these villains to build up to a movie. Like, now we're going to give you a movie with the villain from the first season of, you know what I'm saying? Like the Penguin from, you know what I'm saying? With Batman now, like, I think if you wanted to really combine that kind of universe, and like you're saying, if you wanted to start doing these one-shots with all these different characters or just try to create these new stories, like, that would be the easier way, because people would be already aware of these characters when you make a movie. Yeah. Because you've already made these, like, if you want to do a Cable, like you said, we're doing a Cable and Bishop, and you just do their movie, you know, their show, whatever, together, if you add them to an X-Men or whatever later on, we already know who they are. Yeah. You don't need an origin story. You don't need an origin story or anything. You've already did a one-shot of who they are. You know what I'm saying? And you can always just reference that. You don't have to remake. So
because, and then what makes it even doper is that, like, you know, we know Cable comes in and he kind of disrupts shit, right? Right. So then you have that where you have the X-Men, you do 2-3 movies, whatever, you going through it, you're making it happen. We establish X-Men, and then all of a sudden, you know, just a random moment, you got Cable coming fucking shit up. You like, oh shit, it's bro.
It's bro, yeah, because you from here. And that's what I'm saying. It's great reference because then it does. You giving life to all the characters before you actually put them all together. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then, like I said, throughout that show, you didn't have to reference anything and have to connect with them. We just know that Cable and Bishop is in the same world as X-Men. That's all we need.
Yeah, doing
you
their
know
own
what I'm saying?
shit.
Doing
Just
their
doing-
own shit. But then when
Because they have so many
but when
Avengers
you do-
without the X-Men.
right? But when you
know what I'm
do
saying?
tag them in, it's easier because now
Yeah.
you don't gotta worry about how do we introduce them.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you know what I'm saying. So like, I feel like that would be a great if someone took that route, even with, like you said, with the Elseworlds. Like if DC did the Elseworlds and made all these one-off shows, and they like, we could do a one-off movie, kind of bringing these characters into a, you know what I'm saying, like an Elsewhere movie where you kind of bringing these into a real movie, but you've already known these characters from all the one-shot movies.
Even getting deeper into it, where you're like, look, all right, we want to establish certain like different, not necessarily just a superhero based show, right? Like there's stories where you could be like, oh shit. There's stories where you can be like, oh shit, you know what? I can tell a really dope ninja story about the Hand.
Okay.
Right, like a literal. Just let's just talk. Like we just do a Hand story, right?
Yeah.
We don't got to bring in any superheroes, or anything, but you just establish how vicious the Hand is.
Just like
in comic books, right? So then when one of the heroes have to go against the Hand, you're like, oh shit, that series they was beast.
You know what DC do need? DC need what Marvel would have got in a sense, like the what ifs. They need shorts.
I think that's what they're planning.
Like if you did, because even like you said, like
would you hear that?
Because it seems like they're gonna do. He said when he first said it, he said they're gonna do animation, movies. TV
I must have missed the animation.
Because I mean,
part.
like how you're saying, like we need that, like because then you can, like I said, if they just did a shorts and they did a 30-minute on the Hand or do like, you know what I'm saying, like you can do these little things that kind of like introduce all these. Like if you know in your mind, if you already got this universe, you're like, all right, I'm gonna have all these characters in here.
Yeah.
So all you can do is like, all right, I just need y'all to make shorts, just do some little quick one-off origin stories, whatever, as we build this movie up. Like as we're building this movie.
Because then you bring in people who may not even also be comic book people. Because there's people like, let's say, what was that? Into the Borderlands, right? Remember that show?
Oh, Alice in Borderland.
No, the one that used to come
about the one on Sci-Fi.
The one that used to come out there on Walking
Or
Dead,
AMC.
the AMC,
Oh,
right?
yeah, okay.
Right. So you got people like let's say people that just love kung fu flicks, and you do a dope ass kung fu movie or whatever or show showing the Hand, right?
Yeah.
Because then when they get tapped, then you be like, oh shit, wait a minute, they from Marvel? Like,
Yeah.
oh, and then now you're like, oh man, and it's somebody go against them or whatever. It's like, oh, yo, hey, they was really cold. Because now you can get into like, okay, we're gonna do a traditional kung fu flick. We're gonna get a kung fu director.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
I mean, in the Hand is easy because you can literally just do the life of like you can do like the story of a no name
Hey,
who just
414 day, what up,
who becomes
Sutsu?
part of the who becomes part of the Hand.
Yeah.
So of course you can make mention of who make like big names in the Hand, but you're watching the story though of a new recruit in the Hand. You know what I'm saying? Fighting his way or whatever through the Hand. You know what I'm saying? Like or doing like now you're like or you the rookie and you are doing missions or you're doing like you're in it. So like you're seeing the Hand from a different side because now you're seeing the Hand from somebody working as the Hand, like in that, like so it's like in so many ways. Like I feel like if they really delve into the creative likeness of how to put these things out and really gave that kind of power to a lot more artists to be like we we're gonna give you this franchise and just we're not looking for big movies. Like just put find random storylines that you want to make a short for. Find they do these things that just brings more information out to the world, like more visuals out. So when we put this real thing together, people already like we're ahead of it. Like you know what I'm saying? And if the people who put these little things out make really good stories or really good responses, then that might just go to the movie as well. Like go translate over to the movie. But yeah, I just feel like that would be way easier.
Yeah. Jesus. So the last thing before we get into just the last few questions and wrap it up, I did want to talk about. We all saw Mario.
Yeah, I was hoping
we gotta talk about fucking Mario.
I don't know what you was about to be on, nigga. That was gonna be a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I've been waiting.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Mario. So letting y'all know right now, if you haven't watched Super Mario yet, this is gonna be a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about it for those.
You don't got
we
one
don't
of
have
those?
one of those.
We gotta get like an alarm sound for spoiler alert.
You just can't get something to say spoiler alert? Why don't you just record it? You should record this and say spoiler alert.
Nah, I need some animation with it. I want you.
We'll see
what we got next.
That sounds funny over here. Hey everybody, this is spoiler alert.
Just very basic.
Yeah, like hey guys, this is Ditch. This is a spoiler alert.
But hey, so listen here. Hey man, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 possibly.
It's 10 out of 10 for me,
But
bro.
Mario, I loved everything about Mario. Like I said, Chris Pratt, he still lied. His voice,
still lied.
his voice didn't take me out of it, but he lied. Like
Yeah.
he made it seem like I did something different for the crazy
It
for
just-
this.
it just-
And it was like, okay, if you're not doing the Mario one, then what are you doing? And it was like, oh, so you just Chris Pratt trying to do a Mario? Because it literally sounds like somebody did a challenge. It was like, all right, everybody do your best Mario impression, nation. And then Chris Pratt, that's what it sounds like Chris Pratt did. And that's like, it doesn't sound like anything innovative or anything like that. But
I mean, I think
nonetheless,
it's gonna be innovative because I mean,
He said it was something you'd never seen before.
It is because he was a regular in New York. It is. Like y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all didn't feel that way when you heard the immediate Italian.
No.
And then the commercial break, and you like, these niggas is regular white people.
They was definitely
regular white
Like,
folk.
and that's really what blew my mind. 'Cause it was like
the way they did it was amazing.
it was the most culture stealing thing I've ever seen in animation history.
It felt like the director heard it and was like, all right, we gotta work that in. Clearly, this is gonna go with.
Like y'all white people faking Italians. Like y'all, but it was also wild to me because it was because I guess it really wasn't that because it was really more stereotypes. That's really what made it funny because they were Italian,
Right?
Yeah.
But they were regular New York nigga Italians.
Those was New York Italians.
New York
They
Italians.
was playing it up.
They were definitely like Jersey Italians.
Definitely Jersey.
Fair.
Hey, yo, I'm working here.
Yeah, and that's why I said it was hilarious because it really was like I felt like it was so crazy to me that I almost didn't recognize that they were doing the Italian. Like when that beginning scene when they were really doing Italian,
yeah.
I really didn't hear it.
Didn't hear it.
Until it clicked back to like they talked, and I was
Yeah.
like, hold on, I thought I just heard Mario in there, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to really like think about it.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like to me
Yeah.
that was like I enjoyed
Oh no, I enjoyed it.
this Mario
It was great.
voice. Like I enjoyed Chris Pratt's Mario voice. I enjoyed Chris
I
Pratt's.
enjoyed the
It was okay.
voice.
It
I was
was
okay.
okay, so it was cool.
But
I think-
when it comes to voices, like I said, Charlie Day's Luigi stole it for me.
To be fair-
I loved his Luigi.
Charlie Day was just Charlie Day.
He was just Charlie Day too.
But Charlie Day.
He added a little bit extra Luigi to
very
it.
Luigi-ish.
Yeah,
Luigi does.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's
Like from the trailer of Charlie, I was like, he killing Luigi.
Yeah,
And it's crazy because like Luigi has so much anxiety in video game like history that is like if you just got high, if you just really high strung.
And that's what it was.
Like-
You were right. It was very much just Charlie Day.
Yeah.
But his mannerisms are so Luigi.
Like if they would have done the drawing board like with Luigi, it would have been literally like
That
y'all
would've been
that would
bad.
be like y'all definitely meta. Like y'all
Y'all definitely are making
And
this a
then
meme.
Jack Black killed it as Bowser.
yeah, Jack Black is
Yeah.
Bowser.
Jack Black was the
is
perfect Bowser.
Bowser.
Perfect Bowser.
I think, and like I said, I love the angle they went with Bowser. Like
Me too.
the you know, like that's years long. That's everything that has always been about Bowser actually was in love with Princess Peach. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it was.
So
It felt like a fan did it because a fan watched it and was like, "Oh yeah, we
We
know,
definitely
we know,
going-
we know what this is about."
Right.
because you got to make a story about it. It's like, why is Bowser doing this? It's
And
like,
then- but here's what I like about it. They didn't make it corny that he wanted to marry Peach, right? It's just like you was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. But then it was like he was serious about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like blundering or
and that's
like
what
it was serious
that's
about
why
it.
I loved it
He was
because
putting serious.
if,
he was
if
serious
you look
threats.
at the trailer, like if
Bro,
I say if
when he sung the song, the first to the
Peaches,
second,
Peaches, Peaches.
Fred, the second
Peaches,
time,
Peaches.
Boy.
the sad version.
Yeah, boy, I was in the movie theater going crazy. When you hear like, I was in that bitch singing that shit, Peaches, like, bro, I was in that bitch going crazy, dog. I was like, they are clowning with Bowser, bro. Like,
right with before that, even before when he said, "Sing with me for a minute." Da-na-na-na-na-na. I said, yo,
like it was the calmness that he really talked to do. Like he came in, like came to game the news. He was like, sit down with me. It just kept like, dog, like, and he wasn't playing it ever. He kind of like twinkling
yeah, he
with
plays,
his thumbs.
but then the fact that he took the other part too, the other dude,
Yeah.
like, he was like, I was like,
They having a conversation,
they
bro.
snapped.
Like that shit was like, dog, bro.
oh man,
When I'm telling
ain't seen
you,
it get, bro,
like,
yeah.
like, dog, I don't know. And he looked like Bowser looked like Jack Black.
He does.
Like, He looked like Jack Black. Like the way they
The
just nigga,
mannerisms.
the face and I'm like, bro,
The
y'all. I'm like,
mannerisms.
this nigga is mocap.
It might have been. Who knows?
Like, dog,
And I
like,
fuck with it
but
heavily
I
now.
loved it so much because it was like, even if you remember the trailer and everything, when you just see Bowser coming in to take the star, the star. Even from that, I was like, okay, well, I mean, I was able to take that story, be like, what Bowser's doing, like he's getting a superstar, he wants to take over the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know he in love with me. Like,
Right.
that was enough for me. Like, all right, well, I mean, that's a reason.
that's
Bowser's
a
like,
reason.
you know what I'm saying?
Bowser.
Like, yeah. So I was like, but then when you get that in the movie and he gets the star and all that, you realize like, I'm finna show this to Peach, nigga. I'm starting, nigga. Like, I'm trying to show her I'm out here, nigga. Like, I got the star, baby.
Bro.
I got the star, baby.
But you know what's funny is that we you know, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but we're talking about like the eventual Smash Bros that they're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
But you know the most epic interaction was going to be? It is going to be Jack Black's Bowser and Jim Carrey's fucking Eggman.
The Eggman, yeah.
Oh, that is going to be that's going to be classic comedy.
I need them to do one
Classic
shot.
comedy.
We talk about one shot. I need them to do one shot where Bowser just come up, just, hey Mario, I'm gonna play you in tennis this time. It's just a one shot. You just go through the sports.
Yeah, those two can like that. If Illumination wanted to just make a shitload of shorts and let them voice. Just moments of like a 5-minute tennis back and forth.
Crazy.
Yeah, like they can literally like with just the movie alone,
Just quips
they can
back
take
and
that
forth.
whole staff and like we're gonna do a bunch of shorts, bro. Like
go crazy.
like,
Go crazy.
Like I said, give me
Everything
they
that
do
Mario
the
do.
Olympic- They do the Olympic Games. Give me the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yeah,
Give
talking
me-
shit,
Like,
bro.
you can literally get
Talking shit. Give it
and
to him.
that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes we don't like we still are in a society of very quick content.
Yeah.
Very, you know what I'm saying? So it's like having like if movies get to a point, especially animated movies, get to a point of understanding like y'all can have that movie, but y'all can take that cast and literally do a lot more shit to kind of ride like momentum even afterwards. Where it's like you can still utilize like y'all all have those like YouTube networks and channels, whatever.
Yeah.
Like y'all can literally make all these shorts and all these little things that still kind of utilizes them. And like I said, for Nintendo, that's.
Yeah.
It's
You
perfect.
going forever. You know what I'm
On top
saying?
of anything else, it's also just perfect marketing.
Yeah.
So
True.
whenever
Oh,
your
yeah.
next
Yeah.
thing comes
But-
out,
but-
And then Seth Rogen. That's
I was
Donkey
gonna say,
Kong.
let's get back to the movie. Let's
Yeah,
get back to the movie because, like, so before the very first thing that I was like, hey, that was
Right.
slick. I was like, that's slick how they did it when they when Mario had to do the run and he was running through the through Brooklyn, but it would look like it was
Oh yeah, they did
yeah,
this
like
they
the
did
time.
this they did this
I said,
2D.
Hey, I said, hey, they clowning.
Hey,
They
like what was so
clowning.
cold
They
though? Because
clowning.
I'm watching. I'm like, they literally, you know, they doing like like the Wii Mario, and I'm
Yeah.
like, when Luigi fell off the map, I said, well, if the nigga come back in the bubble, I'm going crazy. Because he fell all the way up screen. I'm like,
Or he come back with the
umbrella
stuff.
no, not the umbrella,
Umbrella
with the guy that be fishing. You know when
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
the
fishing
bunny.
and
Yeah.
shit.
I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I was like, if the nigga come back,
The
I was
fishing
like,
Koopa?
'cause brother was saying, like, bro, I watched this movie with nothing. Like, there was never a moment that the smile was not on my face.
No,
Like, I was.
it took you right back to being.
And
Right. But go back to I want to go back to a point you said before we recorded and you was talking about it. What I love about is that they gave so much meaning to the portals. Like when we were saying like, yes, it makes more sense if you go to a portal. Yeah, it's streams that take you somewhere. That's how Luigi ends up in Luigi Mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, for me, I definitely watched this movie in a very origin story kind of aspect. And I felt like if you really follow the history of like, you know, it was Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers. Like Super Mario Brothers is now when they're like, that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Super Mario, like they're now living there and they're doing, you know what I'm saying? But Mario Brothers was their whole pulling thing. And if you think about like the original game, it was really a very, you know, just that very simple, like hit the power, whatever. But them hitting that pipe and getting split, you pretty much get the two lanes of video games that Mario and Luigi pretty much created. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like if you realize, like you look at it like that, like yes, Luigi
What up, A-Shell?
has anxiety and all the shit that he got because he literally landed. So Luigi, like if you play Luigi's Mansion, you like this nigga was full on. Like nigga, you just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it made so much sense to put him there. It made so much sense that Mario is in Mario Kart and pretty much doing Smash and doing everything else because this nigga literally went to the pipe to work. Like I was like, it made me realize like, dog, I see why Luigi didn't have no bitch at first. Like y'all had this nigga in the trenches.
In the trenches.
Like,
Luigi in the trenches. Look at the color contrast. Mario, when he said, "Whoa, what is this place? It's lights. It's green.
Yeah.
It's the sunshine. Luigi came in.
Dog.
It's dead trees.
Nigga fell down and nigga grabbing his ankles, bro. Like, Luigi was in pure panic, bro.
It really like football always knew Luigi was from the trenches.
Yeah.
For what he had to do. It hammered it home.
Which it makes sense why Luigi got the depth stare when he finally get in Mario Kart. He like, y'all niggas got these happy cars. Y'all here, like y'all ain't been through half the shit I've been through.
Oh, y'all having a good time. I see lots of lighted colors.
Like, dog, like that shit was so like the whole chase scene for Luigi.
But yeah, the Donkey Kong scene was really dope because they went OG Donkey Kong and then like also getting into the new Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country.
And that's why, like, people didn't see. That's why I said I felt like it was following the timeline. Because like the split, you start with Donkey Kong. Like it was Mario Brothers, and that is that. Like it was Donkey Kong.
Even when they were talking about their old workplace, like that was a pure callback. I forgot. I always forget the name. Was it like not? Remember they was talking about their old boss.
Yeah.
That was from Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, Wrecking Crew. Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
The Wreck-It Ralph. But they
not Wreck-It. Yeah.
But I was saying also the training montage that Peach put Mario through. It was a Mario stage, though.
Like showing it, like playing, like, and I mean that I like if you really like that, I feel like that would be impossible. Like playing a game like a Mario, like running through that like that, like you were used to side scrolling, like the 2D. But if you really had a 3D where you really had to go through
we have
that,
they've done that. That's what in all of them.
Yeah, you get your 3D.
Yeah.
I feel like it ain't flow like that. Like you ain't added.
That was
That was a little bit faster. Yeah,
you ain't have to worry about somebody trying to run with it.
But even with the I love how they did the powers, like with the mushroom and the flowers.
Yeah, I love the coffin. Like I love that. I love the fact that they made the mushroom like something like Mario didn't like.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like because I feel like that's really like, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like I watched this movie trying to figure out the torture that Mario was going through. Because I knew Luigi was in torture. So I'm like, well, what the fuck is he getting? Like, what is going wrong with him?
What's his struggle?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get it. You had to struggle with the obstacle course. And the nigga was really mad about the mushrooms. So I'm like, all right, you got to eat it. Because you had to eat the fuck out of them to pass that, whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying?
Here's where they got kind of meta, where it kind of like gives like about his struggle. Because you got to think about it. When you play as Mario, you die a lot, right?
Yeah.
You die a lot, right? But in traditional, people look at Luigi as the bumbling buffoon and Mario the straight man who always get it right?
Yeah.
So when them showing him and him really failing, it's like, that's what it is.
So,
that's you playing the game and constantly dying.
And getting his ass beat by Donkey. Like, I'm like,
Donkey Kong.
Like Donkey Kong. Like that shit, like Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong was definitely not something I expected to be as good as I thought it was going to be.
Like I said, just because I wasn't a huge fan of Chris Pratt's voice, almost every other voice actor was amazing.
Everybody else I loved. I had no issue.
Toad,
oh my God,
great.
Keegan-Michael Key's Toad was great.
Toad,
bro. Peach was,
and it's like the Toad's energy, bro. Toad's energy.
Hey, listen, Toad is that's the character I pick in Mario Kart. Like he's one of my favorite characters in Mario because he's like, to me, like I equate Toad to like what can I say? Like a Rock Lee, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not supposed to be the hero, but he always around to help out of here. Like I fuck with Rock Lee, I fuck with Toad. Like Toad,
Toad. Like I said, Toad was definitely like, and he was just putting himself in the shit. Like I'm with y'all. Yeah, I'm going with y'all.
Like, hey,
had his backpacker. Yeah, I'm going with y'all.
I'm
right?
ready. I'm ready.
I'm out here, nigga. Like let's go. Like I'm like, bro, this nigga is too much energy.
And then like the way they did the Mario Kart scene was
that was dope.
The Rainbow Road and all that.
You don't need a Mario Kart movie now.
Yeah, you don't. So did y'all? While we still talking about the movie though, I want to talk about the beginning. Did y'all watch the theater? Like go to the theater and catch the previews and everything in the beginning?
Yeah.
So I didn't catch y'all. I got there almost as the movie was starting.
So did you see the trailer for the other Illumination movie they're doing, like the duck thing or whatever?
You know what? I came in on the latter end of that because I had to go. I went to go get some popcorn.
Because I was like, I felt like before watching Mario. So the funny thing about this, before watching the movie and the trailer's going through, they do like Illumination has a trailer for another movie coming out. But they go through a fucking like 20 movie highlight reel to be like, this is what we've been. You know who we are.
Flexing.
You know what I'm saying?
Out here flexing.
And I was watching this like, they just being petty right now. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because it was like, it really was. Every movie they were showing was like, I remember
Migration.
Migration. But it's like you watching their trailer, you like all the movies they're showing is like, y'all had some hits. I get it. Y'all had some hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Respect.
but then the migration trailer was like nothing. Like it was almost like we know you know what we do.
Yeah.
So get ready with this duck movie. You know what I'm saying? like,
Hilarious.
but it was nothing. It was nothing to show you what it was about.
Yeah.
Nothing. I was like, but I was like, so like when I saw that in the beginning before Super Mario come on, I was like, Super Mario must be cold because they petty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because you're going to do something like that.
You gonna do something. You gonna flex it like
feel
that.
confident.
You gotta
like,
flex.
I was like, so that's what I said. Then of course, like I said,
Yeah.
like watch the movie, you realize
And
it was
I
good.
think the one of the best things about this whole movie was the Easter eggs. They went
There was so
crazy
many.
with it.
Yeah, I
From
mean,
all
it-
the Mario, they went
Look-
through.
There was. I was trying to pull a list because there were so many that I couldn't remember all of them. But there's just
They
so
gave us.
many.
They gave us Mario 1, 2, 3. They gave
Yeah.
us Peach's what's the name? They gave us Mario Galaxy. They gave us Super Mario 64.
Like shout out to Kid Icarus. They gave us Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus.
Like that Kid Icarus is one of my
They had-
favorite
their
Nintendo
pizzeria was
games.
called Punch Out Pizzeria.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the
Like-
Punch Out. Yeah, like it was literally a Nintendo. It was still a Nintendo.
Well,
cartoon,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
that's the mascot of Nintendo.
Right,
Like,
you know what I'm
Foreman
saying?
Spike. That's who their old boss was. Spike.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
Spike.
the wrecking
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just so dope the way that they gave us all those Easter eggs. So yeah, there
Yeah.
was like the Punch Out Luigi's ringtone.
Yeah, that was dope. I didn't catch that until after the fact. Like I heard it and oh, that's familiar. That's the GameCube startup.
It did sound familiar.
That's
I
like,
didn't know.
that's cool. That sounds familiar. Just went about it, and it's like that's fire.
They went crazy.
They went crazy.
They went
dog.
crazy.
Like,
Illumination today was like, can we get the Nintendo kit? They was like, yeah, we're gonna
this,
make our own sound
this
kit.
one I didn't notice. Travion had to tell me. This lady right here, Pauline, that was the lady that before he was trying to save Peach. This was who.
I remember Pauline in the movie. Who was Pauline? Where was that Pauline? They mentioned Pauline in the movie.
Yeah, she was the news reporter, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, she showed up briefly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that pretty much being like he was the girl he was chasing while he was in Brooklyn.
Oh, before and we talked about the Mario Kart scene, the way they did it. We gotta shed light to the customization.
Yeah,
of it.
everybody's
Oh,
cart
and-
looks very similar.
But
to
no, the
them.
way that they picked their
Oh, yeah.
customization.
Customization.
Yeah. Like I think that was cold that they pretty much did this. Yeah, like the Mario Kart pick or whatever. Especially because they took them down like pick y'all shit. Like you know what I'm saying. So I think bro, they made it. Like this was, and it was crazier though, is because I think somebody else had made a post too talking about like everything that we should like how they Sonic is live action. It was like no, we was like everything should just be cart. You know what I'm saying?
It should. Everything should just be
because you can
cartoon.
put so much more into it.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
because here's the thing. There's no need for the mayor. She was the mayor.
Oh, okay.
There's no need for a live action aspect to Sonic. As much as I love the Sonic movie, I don't care about
I
the
didn't
human
care about the
aspects
human
at all.
aspect.
And I-
Like if you wanted to make one human being only Dr. Robotnik,
Yeah.
then it's fine.
That's fine.
And what I would love though is like if they are planning on pushing the
That'd be
Sonic.
hilarious, by the way. It's just making everything animated and it's just him. Just,
But you don't need.
But it-
But
but it
that's
was-
Sonic. And
but
you
it's
watch
supposed-
Sonic,
yeah,
it's
it's-
literally
yeah.
just
I know,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what-
until you get to the one on what was the one where Sonic had the love interest with the princess? That
Oh, I
one was
forgot
I
that
wild.
one.
forgot
Yeah.
what Sonic
That one was a wild one. That was a
But I
wild
mean, yeah,
one.
you really could, because I mean, you just see, but it's like if like I would love if we did get these live action signs because he got thrown into you know what I'm saying
Oh,
here,
yeah.
and then when you do when we finally get this closure of this series, whatever, and he goes back home, that we just immediately get the animated
That would
Sonic.
be
You know
dope.
what I'm saying? Because like, that would make sense. That, like you are animated here, so
Yeah.
where you at would be animated. You know what I'm saying? And then it would make sense because we did get the backstory of Robotnik is literally a fucking human being, which we always know he was. So he should look like a human if he's
Right.
going to go
Yeah.
follow back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, man, and then like I said, even just the stakes and the way it even ended out in the final act and everything. I thought it was dope because
Yeah, everything about this movie was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's the one way. If you had to put it in one word, it was fun.
pure
It was,
nostalgia.
it was pure, yeah.
Nostalgia, too,
That's what
The pure-
Shell said.
Yeah,
you know what
pure
I'm saying?
fun and nostalgia. Like I said,
Yeah.
for me at my age, like I said, it just wasn't like I said. And the one thing I kept saying that I haven't talked about yet that I was telling you guys that was really big for me was the score.
Oh,
like I said,
yes.
the music of the movie was fun, like Star Wars esque. Like it
Yeah.
was it was definitely and that's why I said for me, I don't know if it was really weird because it was that. Like I've never thought I would be watching Super Mario like on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Because of the music. Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Like the rainbow scene wasn't the Mario Kart music though. It was dramatic.
No,
it was dramatic. Like these niggas getting ran, like it was dramatic. Yeah. And I'm looking like, dog, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
you felt like that.
But here's the thing, it gotta be dramatic because everybody knows and no matter what Mario Kart you play, soon as you on Rainbow Road, you may be playing Mario Kart like this all day. Soon as Rainbow Road, you like, all right, I gotta sit up.
No,
we on Rainbow Road.
After you fall once on Rainbow Road. The first time on Rainbow Road, you think you got it.
You gotta fall behind, and a nigga hit you.
Right.
Yeah. Like if a nigga catch you up, like damn you, all right, bro, all right.
You gotta sit up.
Y'all doing a lot now, nigga.
But Rainbow Road is always intense.
So that's what I said.
I love it.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. If you really watch, I can't wait till this drops again. Like talking really, like it's stream, but like I said, like there was so much moments of me watching the movie where I was caught up into it, where I was like, bro, this music is intense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's why I said I really loved it because then you did have breakup moments of music where it was like I said, Bowser singing and doing his, you know what I'm saying? Like there was so many the music score of it was just like.
And you want to know what's funny is Jack Black said that he did not want to sing in this movie at all. But then when but then they said when they said it was going to be a Peach love story, he said I can't pass this shit up. Because Jack Black is Jack Black. Everybody know he can sing.
And he actually got a video like I saw his live video before Super Mario came out. He actually did a real music video to Peaches. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was really I saw that and I thought he just did it. So I was like, when I heard it in the movie, I'm like, this the song? Like, I'm going crazy, dog. Like,
and then it feels like a Jack Black type of song.
Yeah, it's definitely a Jack Black song.
So man, that was a great one. That was a great man.
So Super Mario. I hope we get.
Where do you think it's going to go? Because I believe the next movie is Waluigi and Wario and Waluigi.
Well, I mean, I also feel like I really was. For one, I hope Illumination does keep. I hope Nintendo y'all locked in. Do what y'all want to do.
I hope they lock in with more properties because I want.
Because but my thing is me personally, I don't care for a Smash. Like I don't really.
You don't want all the culminating.
I don't really. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind having them, being interacting or whatever in some way. You know what I'm saying? No, maybe for because I feel like Smash
It doesn't have to lead up to a Smash. What I'm saying is, I would like a Smash, but I don't need all these movies to connect where you got to watch it to lead up to it. I just like a random event, like, okay, we're going to do a Smash real quick.
That would be like a short thing. Like I said, like you did like...
No, I wanted a full movie. I wanted to be... So here's the thing.
Because Smash would just be Mortal Kombat.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Well, it is. But here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying.
Like, somebody got to recruit these niggas. Like,
no. With the video games, and that's what I'm saying, with video game movies, they have a unique opportunity to set a precedence of we don't have to link these and we don't have to explain why we're doing this. Like Sonic is Sonic, Mario's Mario. We know that y'all want to Smash. If we do these movies and everything, we establish these characters and we do a Smash, we just put them in. It's just like, it could be something bare minimum. Like, hey, we got a prize and now all these people and guess who's here? Like we don't need full story of it at all.
But that's why I said
just announce we doing a Smash. We bring in Detective Pikachu. We bring in Mario.
That's why I said I don't say it as a movie. Like I would say it like an hour short or something like I wouldn't say it as a movie. Like I say something that it would be like you said.
I mean, an hour to me, I still consider it as a movie, but I get what you saying.
Like the Guardians Christmas special and shit. Yeah,
so something like that. I would want one of those.
Because then you would, it's like because then it would be just like if we're doing the tennis, if you're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you started doing these shorts of like, because I feel like that if you build up,
I got it for them. Nintendo hit me up because, bro, think about it this way. The way you do it where it makes no sense, but you just do it, is you do it around the Olympics.
I mean, they're just doing the Olympic Games.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We do the Olympic Games.
Smash,
No, but you add Smash to it. It's part of the games.
Like I was saying earlier, that's why I said I love they would do the Olympics because then you do got all these events and Smash could be one of them.
Yeah, that could be the final. That could be the finale. So now your movie is the Nintendo Olympics or whatever. You do the Olympics, and then then the first 3 acts is all the we doing tennis, we doing all those mini games, but that last act is the Smash.
Battle Royale.
I mean, I can see that. Because really what that is the realm is the wacky races.
Yes.
The Hanna-Barbera realm.
Yes.
It's
that's
like,
exactly what I want them to do with it.
And that's what I'm saying, though. I feel like that's what I'm saying. If we need the studios to get to a realm where they understand all the properties that they have and get people to be like, dog, just make some shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you want them to do?
What I would want them to do, honestly, as the next thing,
I'll go since I already
Yeah.
know mine. I want a Star Fox.
Yeah, you guys said the Star Fox.
I know when we didn't say it on camera, but I 100% want a Star Fox. I love Star Fox so much, and because it's a space trilogy and everything like that, and Nintendo and video game, like just give me a Star Fox because Star Fox is what I love about the Star Fox cast. If you ever play any Star Fox game, Star Fox is the straight man.
Yeah.
Right, but all the other characters are wacky as fuck. So it's like you have that scenario. You like. In Sonic, Knuckles was the straight man and everybody was wacky. He was
yeah.
But you now you have a scenario where you have the main character, the straight man, trying to because even in Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax is the straight guy, like the don't really know stuff, but I'm just straight.
Like
and
a straight narrow,
yeah. Right, and it's like that's usually a side character. So like this is where you'll be able to give the main character that person like. All right, I'm just.
I mean, I get it because it's more. It's really like a.
And I would love it. Oh my god, I would love it.
Smart, like old Spectre Gadget. You know
I would
like
love it.
The main character is pretty like straightforward, but you really like an idiot in a sense. Like you know what I'm saying.
So for me, I would like Star Fox.
It would actually be mine because it's really a toss up, and I know we already getting Zelda, so I really don't want to say that. So it really would be Metroid because Metroid is like my second.
Would be amazing.
Metroid is really my second. Metroid is really my second favorite like Nintendo.
But the Zelda we get in live action, right?
No, we don't know.
We don't know really what it is yet.
What's going to happen?
Oh, I thought it was live action.
But Metroid, because I can see Metroid if they were really able to animate Metroid like a real sci-fi thriller. Like where you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I get it's still a kid, so you can't be you can't death and all that in there, but you are running from like it's an alien. You're on an alien planet,
right?
So it's like you gotta still add some kind of suspense and whatever to it. So I feel like that would be a really great action looking like you know what I'm saying scenario. And I mean if you run in Smash, it's just her crashing on Earth or wherever the fuck you know what I'm saying. Like
Falco be talking cash shit. That's what I'm saying. The Star Fox Falco be like I would love Star Fox so much, dog.
Battletoads would be good too. Ooh. I mean, Battletoads would be Illumination's run at Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, Battletoads would be so fire because then you can bring back. You can bring back Double Dragons because then you can eventually lead to Battletoads and Double Dragons.
If they out like Battletoads, I feel like would be the
Double
better.
Dragons should have never been a live action.
But Battletoads would definitely be the I feel like should be the lead-in show. Mm-hmm. And if you did want to spin off Double Dragons. Double Dragon
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Like Double Dragon will have to be on Battletoads.
I love it really. I'm surprised Battletoads ain't bigger than they are, bro. I love Battletoads. So
I don't know why the cartoon because they had a cartoon.
I mean, but you could have both. Cause remember, it wasn't beef. They worked together multiple times. They was in comics and stuff like it was. Yeah, there was a lot. There's no beef. They could.
It was still just Ninja Turtles outshine them.
But it's Turtles and Toes. Like you could. There's ways they both can exist.
I really think
they act like two legends cannot exist. J. Cole said it, man.
I really feel like whoever had Battletoads, whoever really ran Battletoads was really petty. I feel like you just didn't want to put the effort to keep up with Ninja Turtles.
It could have
been. Because they really kind of had the whole universe kind of like.
Remember they was more in space. They was more. I
can't remember who the fuck Shredder was. Like I can't remember who the fuck Shredder really was. But
wasn't it a big frog or some shit like that?
No, I thought that was just another bad guy. Like I mean, like the big. You know what I'm saying? Like how the frog would have been like Bebop and Rocksteady. You know what I'm saying? Like the actual boss.
Oh, it was a dark queen. The dark queen. Oh,
right,
it was a lady.
She was cold.
Yeah, she was cold.
Like
she was bad. I forgot about the Dark Queen. Yeah,
right.
Hey, she was bad.
Yeah, the Dark Queen was strapped, dog. You know
hey, I forgot about Dark Queen.
Out here trying to take over some dead toes, like
hilarious.
I forgot about her, though. Oh shit!
But she had like literally like her same little henchman.
Yeah.
Like,
I forgot about there was no reason why she should have been this strapped in this video game.
At all, bro. At all. In 1991. And be so careful and so be concerned about some frogs.
Well, no, technically, you know what? I get why, because I think that was around the time Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right?
It was. Her design was based off of. Her design was based off.
I can see it, dude. I definitely see it.
Dude, why don't nobody? I'm surprised we don't see this cosplay more.
Because Battletoads didn't get it got outshined.
Ain't nobody dressing as you ain't seen a Battletoad in cosplay either.
I have. Hey, I'm doing a battle.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Because you're not gonna put the whole suit
Yes,
on.
I am.
You're not gonna put
if I find a whole suit, just like remember when we saw the dude with the '90s turtle suit and how cold that shit was.
Ain't nobody made no Battletoad suit.
Hey, if you out there and you make suits and you got a project, let's talk. I want a Battletoad.
Boy, you walk around looking like Rash, Pimple, or Zix. I am gonna have a fucking field day.
I'm going Rash was the cool one. That was the one with the glasses, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going Rash. All right, so yeah, man. So let's get into recommendations.
Well, before that, I do want
we
have
got
one more question just about any House of the Dragon thoughts or predictions. This also makes me very sad because House of the Dragon ain't coming back to like the end of next year.
Yeah.
So it makes me very sad.
What do we? Because I'm trying to think. What?
So we left off literally right after Lucerys died. Remember he got got taken out by Vhagar.
Yeah.
And I mean, clearly war is happening.
I don't think we get war yet.
No, I mean,
I think we get everybody prepping.
Remember,
everybody prepping their whole crew.
I can't see a full season of prep.
But no, you
Not
remember
a full
this
season.
the whole. This is literally just a moment of the Targaryen relationship, whatever.
But this
like,
whole
but
series
it's
is
the
about
ending. But it's the ending
Yeah.
of it. So it's like we're all like. So it's really just the last part of their story. So, but it's supposed to be 4 seasons.
And that's
You
why I
know
don't
what I'm
think
saying?
we
So
get full battle.
that's why I said I don't think it either. Like,
But we're going to get people because remember
we're gonna get another fight.
Because remember
But the actual war, like where everybody come in.
Well,
like,
remember
I think
at the
I think
end-
there'll be still a lot more bickering back and
I
forth.
don't know if you're gonna ever get a situation where it's like just full on one battle. I
think we do.
I don't think how that war went.
Oh, well, I
It
don't
was
know.
Always just battles here and there. That's what I'm saying. I think war is there.
Because remember they got.
Well, no,
remember-
because I haven't read the book, but in with reference someone gave me of the book, like Rhaenyra and they see like he sees her die, like they're fighting all together, and he sees her die. So at some point there is a war, at least where Rhaenyra and what's the name are all fighting together.
But I'm saying it's not because I know and it would go into spoiler territory. I know how certain characters die, and that's not that's not in a main battle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, I do definitely realize it's gonna be a main. Like it's still gonna have to be a main closure battle.
For
It's
sure.
gonna be a bunch of
Closure
mini.
battle.
That's what I don't think the
don't
main
get
closure
it
battle is
next
the second
season.
of course
season.
not. That's gonna be season 4.
Because remember at the end when they was at the planning table, they were saying where all the other dragons are. So we gotta have those moments of them trying to get all the dragons on them. Because remember, they still also gotta convince the people who have those dragons, those dragon riders, and where those dragons at or who's gonna get them.
All those dragons they talked about were
Pharaoh dragons. So they still gotta get people to conquer and get those dragons and bring them to it. Right.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
Matter of fact, the next season may be the race because just because he knows where it doesn't mean that what's the name and their people don't know. The second season is gonna be the race of who can get more dragons.
Like I feel like the second season, and I don't feel like it might be the whole season because I do feel like it's gonna be a fight.
We
But I
better
feel
see
like-
some
I feel
action.
like-
It's gonna be some
for sure it's gonna
action.
be action.
It's just it's not gonna be the big battle.
But I think we finna just get a lot of like the alliances getting built. We still need Fam to come back. What's the name? Corliss?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We still, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people.
He showed up in the last episode.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But that's another nigga that's gonna probably get it. Like, there's so many more people.
I don't think he's gonna get a dragon.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, like, just like we said, there's more people that still have to acquire a dragon, and a lot of these dragons are still babies. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I mean, we have to get them. We have to get further, like, which they already done it. Like, I feel like we can get that too. Like, this second season gonna speed shit again.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna time lapse again.
Dracarys.
No, the whole war is I think like 4 or 5 years.
It's a long ass war. It's not a battle.
How fast these dragons grow?
But that's the thing, because remember, this is also why.
Well, hold on.
This is all before this. They said it in Game of Thrones that the dance was also the reason why the house lost their dragons.
Yeah.
So that makes sense why those dragons won't be grown.
Yeah.
They're trying to fight young dragons.
Yeah.
They get killed.
They get killed because they wipe out. But also, you got to think, war is always long. World War I, World War II, Civil War. War is not just the knock them out. It's not.
Right.
So it's like it's gonna take a minute. This is a
I
big
mean,
ass
I
war.
was thinking about the size of the dragons. Cause
Oh.
I feel like
but
it's gonna
that's
take.
why- but it's
Like
I
if it's
think
only 4
quick
years, I'm
enough.
like these dragons ain't gonna get that fucking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I think that's why.
But that's
a lot of these dragons ended up dying
Because
you got them out there fighting.
You got to get them out there when they're young because you got to think about it. Big dragon. Look how hard it took to take down the big dragons. So it's like it's either like it's the window. It's like get them young or otherwise Hey, niggas got dragons, dog.
So I mean, I feel like, I just feel like it's gonna be a lot more. I feel like it's definitely gonna be action, but I do believe it's set up just as much as this first season really was.
I think season 3 and 4 is going to be the big war action heavy.
I feel like there's gonna be
season
more
1 and
battles
2
than
is
you
still
guys are
set up.
thinking this
No,
season.
it's going to be bad. I'm not saying there's not
But
going to be no
baby
battles.
dragons. Like,
but
I don't
it's
feel
not
like we
gonna-
finna put the big dragon. Like we
Yeah, it's
already
not-
got. Like I don't think we're gonna
like
get.
we're not going to lose a
I
dragon
don't
this
like
season.
it. I mean, you read it and you kind of
I
know.
know.
We're
Like,
not
you
losing
read
the
it. You
dragon.
kind of know. And I feel like you kind of.
No, I don't know the story enough where how they're gonna pace it throughout
They
the
can't
series.
get eaten.
But I just feel like, I feel like
Would
it's
you
gonna
eat
be,
a dragon?
But I feel like it won't be like, and I guess my
It's a
thing is
wild
like,
question.
I guess my thing is like, I don't really also believe that we just finna literally just get dragon fights. Like, I feel like we're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like actual, like they're still like as people, like warring against each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we're gonna get more
Nah,
betrayal.
I
and all that
wanna
kind of
dive
shit
into that question,
Than
though.
actually like.
Yeah, I do.
Then actually just like we're literally just going right into dragons.
Yeah.
Because I mean the reason we think about dragons is because of the Targaryen issue, but it's still like other factions, you know what I'm saying, involved.
Yeah.
Whereas like that's still gonna be more. That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be more stories that they're gonna be trying to tell before we really get to the full on Targaryen battle. Like
Yeah.
that's like the end result of this is the Targaryen battle, but they've already gave us other factions that gotta play some part in this. You know what I'm saying?
But real quick, if somebody had dragon meat on dragon meat on the menu, would you try it?
Dragon meat?
Yeah. You go to a restaurant.
Today.
You go to a restaurant.
No, fam, because ain't no dragons.
Then let's say dragons was in. Let's say there was dragons
If
in
dragons
this world.
was in, then yes, because that means niggas have been eating dragons for a while there.
So you would try it.
If I went to a place right now and ain't never seen a dragon in my life,
chicken,
and
beef, turkey, dragon meat.
I'm gonna ask you what it is, and you're gonna have to show me the dragon before I eat it. I would probably try it if I saw the dragon.
Would you?
No,
Why not?
I'm okay.
I tried.
There's a lot of animals I've seen.
I mean, you made alligator than the cousin of a dragon. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my thing is you telling me because I'm gonna be like, nigga, this alligator, like, hey, crocodile, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be like, who slayed the dragon?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Tell me who slayed the dragon.
I'm like a dragon, nigga. Like, bro, I've been really telling the waitress, like, you doing too much for a crocodile, bro. Like, it's not a dragon. Like, and if it is, you better have some souvenir in that back to prove to me a big toe.
But how would you like?
Like,
how would you like it? Would you like it in jerky? Would you like it in fingers?
if I'm at a restaurant, I don't really. It's definitely gotta be. It gotta be.
If you're in a restaurant, they give you alligator jerky. You at a bogus restaurant.
Would you, so you like it like steak? Would you
Would
like it like a T-bone dragon? Like what?
I mean, I would pretty much rather eat it like I would eat alligator, like alligator bites or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever had alligator?
I've had alligator many a time.
And you want to eat a dragon though? They're reptiles though.
I'm okay.
I don't believe you.
Would you?
I get what you're saying though. Like I
What do
said,
they
right?
get you, like? So you would like? What do they have like? What if you went to state? Because you try a lot of shit at State Fair.
I do try a lot of stuff.
We at State Fair.
You try a lot of stuff at
They
State
got
Fair.
they got shredded dragon tacos.
Shredded.
How many beers have I had?
How many beers
How
have
many
I?
beers have I had?
You don't need, you know what? You know what? I believe you. Because you would see it without being drunk and be like, what the fuck? By 6, 7 beers, you be like, hey, we should get those dragon.
Let's go back to the dragon tacos.
You gonna be like, I'm hungry. Cause by that time, they gonna be hungry and shit. And then you be like, what she gonna try that dragon taco? Like, I can eat it right now. Like, we gonna try that shit.
Let's see what those hitting on.
Right. Fuck it.
All right, let's get into the recommendation. My recommendation is gonna be quick, man. I got 2. The first thing first, Kiara Please just dropped a dope ass music video, man.
I just saw that.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Ghost
Kiara
in the
Please.
Shell. So you know what I'm saying? Blurred culture, man. A dope ass artist,
a
dope
tweet
ass
about
content creator. Kiara Please, go to her YouTube page, check out her video, Ghost in the Shell. She put it out 4 hours ago, so this was literally dropped today. So by the time you guys get to this, it'll be what, 5 days out by now?
Damn, now.
Yeah, give or take.
Damn, give or take. Yep.
Of course, you in the live. See it
Yeah,
now.
if you in the live, you definitely
Yeah,
check
if you're in
it
the
out
live,
now.
go check it. Go hit it now. Go do it
Yeah,
now. Right
it's-
now.
Well, after we end.
No, right now. You can pull up another screen. Pull up another tab and do it right
Matter
now.
of fact, I'm gonna throw it in the chat. I forgot I'm in the chat over here. But yeah, man, it's like it's a really dope video, man. And you know, always I love Blurs doing different things and different things like that. So man, make sure you guys check that out. Also, my recommendation, I've been diving deep into WWE 2K23 right now.
You in wrestling mode?
Hey, WWE 2K23 is fucking fire. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's dope is like they give you both. You got 2 story modes. You know, I'm a fan of them story modes. So you can do one as the guy and you can do one as a girl. So as a guy, you're just coming in, you know what I'm saying? You're just trying to make your ways into the rankings. Just a regular traditional story. As the girl, you are in the your aunt was Justine Valentine, and so like she's a OG wrestler back in the day, Macho Man days, and so like now you coming into the league and you in her legacy, so you trying to prove yourself, and you're obviously everybody's like, oh yeah, you just Justine 2.0 and everything, but like it's crazy because like in the guy story,
golf game is trash.
huh?
Somebody said 2K was the king of sports game. They golf game is
I
trash.
need you to move that cup.
Hey, I fuck with that
we
golf
about to be
game.
done, but I want you to move
It's
the cup.
empty, though.
No, but you literally keep.
I fuck with that golf game, but like in the WWE in the guys version, bro, like I literally got kicked out of the WWE because like I'm trying to make my way. Shawn Michaels, he keep on beefing with me,
You
right?
got a regular job? Like, what are you doing?
Let me tell you.
Hey, your story mode.
No, he do get a
That game over?
Wait, let me tell you how they treat you. With so Shawn Michaels, he doing his thing.
Did they put the age on Shawn Michaels like this? Like,
yeah, it's old school. I mean,
Old
no, it's old Shawn Michaels, great
Old
Shawn.
Shawn?
Yeah, and so like, but he's pulling a whole lot of strings on stuff, right? And then what ends up happening is like, so I'm in the ring talking, and he's like, "Yo, you gonna play ball or not?" I'm like, "Fam, I'm doing it my way." As he's walking out the ring, I'm like, "Don't leave and talk to me," but I accidentally hit him. The nigga fall. Bust his head on the motherfucking steel cage, and he be like, "You fired." So this how
As you should, because the nigga 80 years old, you damn near killed him. You damn near killed Shawn Michaels on 2K.
But this how they treat you. So now you kicked out of WWE. What happens? 2K call you like, "Hey, we need people to do like the body doubles with the stuff like that." So you're not in the WWE no more. You want to do the mocap? And I'm like, "You got no choice. You got to do it. That's the only way you get work."
Meta for me.
That's way too meta. That's way too meta,
It's
man.
meta, it's meta.
Which gives me a moment because I actually realized someone told me that, and I didn't think about that there was actually an occupation for niggas who
Mocap.
No, not even mocap, but yeah, but I mean, I guess it would be mocap, but it's like an occupation for people who like create the basketball scenes in movies. Like create the actual plays. Like, because everybody that's playing basketball ain't a real basketball player.
Did you see the
Anthony Anderson?
that one was funny.
No.
But did you see that was filming Winnington? They had them on skates. That's how.
Oh, no.
For the fast break.
No, that was dope. That was dope.
They was on skates.
Well, the cameraman was.
Oh, it was fun.
The actors was actually hooping
they
in
was
that
actually
one.
hooping,
No,
running.
but did you see the Anthony Anderson clip?
No.
Oh my God. Anthony Anderson was balling in his clip.
It's
It
funny.
clearly wasn't him though.
It wasn't him.
I gotta find it. I gotta find
But
it.
I mean, I feel
Well,
like,
I'm doing that, but yeah,
Yeah.
2K WWE 2K23 is a really fun time, man, and they got an online aspect. You can play people online and everything. I fuck with it, man.
Yeah. I'll go second. Mine is gonna be my one-hit kill sister. Anime.
One hit kill sister.
My one-hit kill sister. It's anime. It's isekai anime. Guy gets sent to another world, and obviously, like every other one, he gets in there. It's like a game. It's like a game aspect. But what he doesn't realize is he's trash. He has like no skills, and so he's about to get
Hey, I'm sorry.
I know Deuce could have waited.
He bogus, boy. He bogus.
He's super bogus. I couldn't get a chance to get a recommendation in because of it.
Hey, this nigga threw that shit to rafters. Like, boy, that was not you, Anthony. That was not you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Again, my recommendation is my one-hit kill sister. I like to say this properly.
Yeah, start it.
Sorry,
You
sorry
got
about
it.
that.
It's isekai anime. Basically, the dude, he gets sent to another world like any other one. Video game aspect of it, but he's trash. Like, he's super trash, and he's about to get killed. And his character's sister pops up, and she destroys it in one hit. And so, it's only been 2 episodes so far, but it seems like the vibe of it is he's trying to still be an adventurer, but he's weak at it. So he got to call on his
So he
sister,
always called, like-
who's cold.
So is he actually calling her, or is she like there with her?
No, because she's super into her, like, obviously it's her brother.
Yeah.
So, super sibling thing.
So it's like a summon. I'm
Not
like,
even, because she's there with him.
Oh, she is
but
with
she
him.
always has to save the day, essentially.
okay,
It's
yeah.
only
Like
been
he's
2
trying. Like,
episodes.
let me do it. He's like, I got it, man. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
All right, mine. I got 2. Mine is gonna be which I started talking to Diz about because Seafood's been out for a long time,
Yeah.
but it just dropped on Xbox, so I just started playing it, and
It's
that
so
shit
fire.
is so fucking. I haven't watched a good kung fu movie in a long time, but just to visually play a game,
Yeah.
do give you
that
the vibes
like,
of a
bro,
good
it
one.
gave me so much vibes of a real kung fu playing game, and just learning
I
like
gotta
the
get it. I gotta-
bro.
is it Xbox only?
No,
I
it
played
came out
I-
for the
I-
first.
I-
It's the one.
I recommended it.
Yeah, he recommended it.
Oh, I don't know. I
It's the
definitely
game
gotta
that told
play
me when
it.
you die, you age, like you get older as you
Oh
move.
yeah, I remember that.
So it's like, so it finally
do
just
play
dropped on
it, 'cause
Xbox.
I love kung fu shit.
So it's like it just, but I'm like, bro, like even like what I loved even about it was like this the way it came on.
Yeah.
Like the kind of trailer scene where they kept putting you in front of somebody and you kind of had to they teach you the combo moves while the trailer kind of like starting out whatever. So like that came on to me like a kung fu movie. Like, bro, what the fuck is it? Like,
Yeah.
So it's like that. So Sifu, I don't know how. To me, it feels like a repetitive like because after you reach a certain time, there really is a game over.
Yeah.
But up until then, every time you lose, if you revive,
that
you actually
same-
they add a year or whatever. How many? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not only just
Yeah,
it
it jumps
can
up.
get worse.
Yeah, it jumps. It's really like a gap. So it's like
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's on Xbox now, bro.
Yeah, so it's like it's definitely on Xbox now. I just bought the bitch yesterday.
For, yeah,
You know
for
what
all
I'm saying?
systems now.
Yeah,
because
so-
it came out for Switch, I think. beginning
But
of the year.
so that and then we didn't talk about it. My second one is our interview on Spearhead Conversations.
Oh,
with Xavier, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Shout out Xavier, man.
Shout out Xavier. We definitely it dropped on C2E2 day on Friday.
Yes.
So it dropped the Friday of C2E2. But you know we did an interview with a Milwaukee up and comer. I don't want to call him really a podcaster. He's really doing his own. It's a show. I feel like it's
He's
Spearhead
doing dope
Conversations.
things for the city because he's hitting all of those people who are doing great things for Milwaukee.
Yeah,
So
like it's the interesting people of Milwaukee.
yeah.
And the visual, like what I like about Xavier, man, is that like he takes pride in his work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and he goes all out, kind of like how we do. And like that's the thing. A lot of the times when you agree to do interviews or just do pods and just in general, you never know
Yeah.
what that quality is going to be like, right?
Right.
And though like you want to support people, you know, as a creator, you like, dang, I like you wish it was like high quality or
It
something,
always feels
so that
better
way you
when
can do it, right?
When you do it with somebody who
Yeah.
you know takes pride in what
And
they
he
do.
definitely
Yeah.
is that. So, man, and if you guys want to get a really good, like for those who are here, man, who are watching, and you really want to just like dive into who Geekset is, man, go, like I said, go to Spearhead Conversations and look up the Geekset
He's
podcast
interviewed a lot of
episode.
dope people from
Yeah.
Milwaukee. If you're a fan of, if you live in Milwaukee,
Oh, yeah.
check out his
It is
page.
414 day, so make
It's
sure y'all go
414
out
day.
there, man.
So if you're a fan of, you know, if you haven't been, if you haven't went to his page, there's a lot of great interviews. He interviewed Philly Flyboy, so he's interviewed a lot of great people. He's interviewed us, and it was a great interview. He interviewed us at our studio, and I just want to give him a shout because he's really a big fan of us, and I'm really a big fan of him because I
Yeah.
mean, in the
Definitely a
short
huge
short
fan of
time
his.
that he's came out, like he's really changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? He puts a lot of effort in what he's trying to do, and I
And
feel
so,
like
basically that point, consistency is huge key.
yeah.
And he has that.
Yeah, so definitely shout him out. Like, yeah, and that's definitely like my recommendation
is that.
is to watch our episode,
Yeah.
but
But
also
also
follow
watch-
him
Follow that,
and,
yeah.
and fuck with
And
him.
then the OG recommendation, man, go to geeksetpodcast.com. As you see, we got different variations of merch from Geekset right
yeah.
now. And you can also equip yourself with this merch from Geekset. Just go to geeksetpodcast.com, check out our shop. Bacardi goes crazy in there and does his thing with the gear, man. And trust me, like, what I love about what Bacardi does over there, man, is that like he's making stuff that you just want to wear. It's not like, just a logo tee.
You gotta add /store in that.
Yeah.
So it goes directly to the
it's
store.
not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a hyperlink.
Yeah,
they
it's
can
not
click
hyperlink.
it.
You can't click that.
Yeah. But it's like thank you, Big Sis Chris, man. Hey, man, I love having a moderator, bro.
Yeah, shout out to the mod.
Shout out to the mods, man.
Get a mod some.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
get a moderator, son, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But like,
Get us some.
yeah, there we go. But like, yeah. Also, follow us on all social media, man. Geekset Podcast, man. We post a lot of stuff, and within there, you can see all of our individual things. And what I love again is we are coming into our own social media realm. If you are a fan of the merch and you like what you see, and you really want to dive into the process and just kind of see when things are created and the love and passion that goes into it, check out Bacardi, man. Go to Bacardi's Instagram page, which is on the Geekset page. If you really want to start looking into this, like how we look, the sounds, the visuals, and just everything that goes into the presentation, you follow Didge, man. And then you guys know I'm just be posting mad shit. everywhere but I go. But like, yeah, you can follow all of us there. And again, man, listen here, join to our patreon.com/Geekset. You get episodes early. You get to the opportunity to ask questions to our celebrity guests in one-on-one with Deuces. You get the exclusive behind the scenes for the Black Geek documentary. Like I said, we got a new episode dropping soon sometime. You know what I'm saying? We just went C2E2. We're recording for the Black Geek documentary there. So we have a new episode coming. But if you want to see that journey on what we got and what we've been doing and get that inside look, go there. Also go to the blackgeekdocumentary.com. That is what, like I said, we are still doing this documentary. We are constantly filming. We are prepping for DreamCon. We got a lot that's going into it, a lot that's coming. And also, again, on our Patreon and in our Discord, join that as well. When we get the trailer done, that's where the first
it's gonna hit
Patreon first. Then we got an official trailer coming.
We definitely want to let y'all know how.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get y'all advice on how it looks when it drops.
Yeah. You know what? We may talk about the stuff that we said that we can't talk about on Patreon. I don't know. I'm feeling good.
Hey,
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's always
Nigga, this
man.
Oprah move right
wait
now.
A minute. Also, you probably wondering, you're like, man, the Mandalorian going crazy. And you ain't hear us talk about it at all. Well, guess what? We are talking about it. But that, you got to go to Sway's Universe's page to check it out. Because we are...
Shout out to Sway.
Yeah, shout out to Sway. We are doing exclusive blurred content over there. We have reviewed all of The Last of Us. So if you're wondering why we never talked about The Last of Us, we talked about it over there at Sway's Universe. We reviewed Ant-Man and the Wasp. You probably wonder why we never mentioned that, especially during the Marvel part. Go to Sway's Universe. And right now we're currently doing The Mandalorian and we're jumping into this season of Demon Slayer. So if you are looking for more Geekset content and more things that you want to dive into, go to Sway's Universe's YouTube page. We have a whole playlist over there. It says Geekset. You can check it out and you can see all of our recaps and reviews of these episodes and these shows that you guys love. But other than that, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. That was out in Forbes. And we are out.
Peace. That's my Jay-Z. That's my Jay-Z Black album.
Yeah.
Is that what that was? All right.
I know I love that hat so much, bro. I need one of those hats, dog.
Oh no, I lost the curse.